Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough. Please celebrate yourselves. Thank you very much.
Oh, we have a brother now. I told you that boys too need this mental health. Can we celebrate him?
That moment when you're just passing and you don't want to be seen, but they just have to call you. Okay, so right about now we would be calling up our keynote speaker.
Yep.
There's no way she walked into this room and nobody noticed.
Yep.
It was like a shift.
Yep. I agree.
So,
I noticed it.
Yes, her citation. Give us a moment. A moment, please. Okay. So, please, one thing I love about citations, they help me to see a picture of possibilities. I remember one conference I went to, and they were just reading, and she went to the conference in California of the BUMHC, you know all those words that you're just like, where am I? What have I done? But we shouldn't feel that way. It should just give you a picture of possibilities for what can happen with you if you are receptive. So are we together?
Yes.
So, Ms. Boluwatife Adeosun is a dedicated mental health nurse with a strong passion for holistic care and patient well-being. She currently practices at the Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Aro, Abeokuta, where she is committed to delivering quality mental health services. Beyond her clinical role, she is deeply passionate about the media and creativity space. She is a founder of Tifes Gari Mix, a convenient and nourishing blend of gari, sugar, groundnut, and milk designed to provide a quick and satisfying meal option.
Boluwatife is a Christian creative who expresses her faith through her work and lifestyle. She is a lover of children and is devoted to impacting lives positively through both her profession and personal engagements. She believes strongly that her workplace is an altar, a platform through which Christ is revealed on earth, and she strives to reflect excellence, compassion, and purpose in all she does. So with a standing ovation, can we welcome our keynote speaker as she walks up stage? Please don't stop clapping.
Ms. Boluwatife Adeosun.
Please, you can sit. All right. I can't remember the phrase, but can you help me with that your phrase?
Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough? No. We redefine success through...
Let them answer now.
Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough? Celebrate yourself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. We redefine success through mental resilience. A few months ago, actually, I found myself in a situation where I was not planning to be there, but I found myself in that situation. So a little backstory: I stay alone. And I do things most times at my own pace. You know, I have all the time to myself. If I'm not at work, then I'm making good use of my time. I'm trying to fix one thing or the other, go to work, come back, and just, you know, do things that makes me grow, makes me happy, and just keep me going. But I found myself in a situation whereby I cannot do things at my own pace because I have to serve people. I was not living on my own for that period. And I have to, you know, respond to their call, do this, do that. And it was as if they were just taking the best part of me. They were taking my time. I don't have time for myself. I became angry, irritable. I don't want to see people beside me. I just want to what's the next thing for us to do? Okay, let me do it. What else are we doing? Okay, let me do it. And I was just, jumping from here to here. You see me walking around, and it became so difficult for me to even rest. Is my slide up? Is my slide, can it be projected, please? So while we wait, just continue listening to my story. It became very difficult for me to sit down and maybe rest, or just do something that makes me happy, to do something that I find pleasure doing. I was in a mode. Yes, my slide is here. Celebrate that, please. Are we not happy? Are we not happy to be here? All right. So I was in a mode. Can I have the next slide, please? Survivor mode. Where is my L here? Why is it like this? Sorry, that's survivor. Can you see the L? I don't know why it's like that. Please take it back there. Thank you. Survivor mode. I was in survivor mode throughout that period. You can see the different expression of the brain. Low battery. Who knows that red sign? When your phone brings out that sign, you know that, okay, I have to recharge, right? So, see it. I was in survivor mode throughout that period. Is it BSSF? BBSF. Thank you so much for this privilege. Thank you for the privilege to be here. I don't take it for granted. God bless us all in Jesus' name. Please celebrate yourself for being here. Today is Saturday. You could have been in your room. You could have been resting. You could have been watching a movie, but you chose to be here. Thank you so much, sir. But you chose to be here. So celebrate yourself, please. Celebrate yourself with a smile. Thank you. Is my slide back, or I should go on? So don't forget where I stopped. I was in survivor mode. So what is survivor mode? Survivor mode is a state where the nervous system stays on high alert to protect you. It develops after a prolonged period of stress, pressure, or feeling unsafe. In survival mode, the sympathetic nervous system, which is the flight or fright system, becomes overactive, and this allows you to fight, flee, or react quickly to a threat. So in survival mode, the autonomic nervous system, I don't know if you have done a little bit of nervous system, I don't want to go so deep into that, but the autonomic nervous system, we have the somatic nervous system and the autonomic nervous system, right? So now the autonomic nervous system is the one in charge when an individual is in survival mode, and we also call it the flight or fright system. It's controlled by the sympathetic nervous system rather. And what happens here? It prepares your body for an emergency. So it's a normal procedure in your body. It's a normal process that the body goes through during emergency period, during exposure to stress. When the body gets please let your eyes be on me. Yes, thank you. So when the body gets exposed to stress, the flight or fright system takes charge. For example, as we are seated here now, imagine you just hear a very loud, maybe like bomb. I don't know if you have ever heard bomb blast before, but from outside you just hear, wow! What will be your action? You will be surprised how fast and how high you can jump. You will not know when you will get up to the gallery, and you'll be looking like, how did I get here? After getting there, that's the flight or fright. So it does not wait for you to say, maybe I should pass it. No. It's automatic. So you just move, you just act out of what will we call it now? You just react immediately. So you just, or maybe as you are seated, a lion enters, or maybe when you are walking on the road and you see a snake, will you first say, it's a snake, it's a snake? Will you first look at the color and see how long it is? What will you do? You run, you react immediately. Is either you jump, or you shout, or you do something, right? So that is the flight or fright system. It's a normal process in our body. But when an individual is in survival mode, we can move to the other part of the slide. Thank you. So when an individual is in survival mode, the person is now living from that state. Next slide. Like, maybe I should read for my phone. The next one, please. The next one. All right, so I say here that it's okay to be in survival mode for a short period of time because it helps the body actually to work under pressure, to react to emergency situations. So it's very, very okay to be in survival mode for a short period of time. But what is not okay is when an individual begins to leave from that mood. I'm going somewhere. When an individual begins to leave from that place, every day by day, you are just going through each day with your tired brain, going to classes or going to work. Do we have people that are working already here? All right, thank you so much. Going to work, just trying, you are tired, you know, but you are just going because you have to go, because you have to do it, and you are just going without any sense of purpose, any sense of meaning. You are tired, but you are doing it because it has to be done, right? Yes, please. And when an individual remains in that mood for a long period of time, it can lead to the following effects. Next slide, please. So it can lead to the following effects. One, you begin to feel overwhelmed. You are just overwhelmed. I have to do this, I have to do that, I have this assignment to meet. This person said I should come, I have to go to fellowship, I have to do this. And you are just overwhelmed. Your brain is just like going round and round and round. Feeling of overwhelm. Then another thing is that you can become irritable. You are easily irritated. Yoruba will say "Onkora." Have you heard that statement before? You are easily irritated. You are on the edge. Before somebody come and say, Eunice, have you, please, I don't know. Or maybe you are at work. I'm a nurse, and that's why they used to say sometimes that nurses are wicked or nurses like shouting or something. I don't know if it's true. But sometimes when an individual is operating from survival mode, you can be like that. You can be on the edge easily. And before somebody maybe a patient is coming and people have been coming. And sometimes when I'm in that survival mode, yes, I used to be in it. When I'm in that survival mode and maybe I'm having patients, just like last week Tuesday, I was in survival mode. I almost entered. I entered, but I didn't stay. You know, when you're at work and you're working with some kind of bosses, and you just have to bless them. God bless you. God bless you. When you have bosses that don't support, or maybe they just leave you to the work, like, no, she cannot do it, yeah, go and do it. And it was almost reaching here for me, like, how only me, I was attending to this, attending to that. This person will come, no, sir. I was almost snapping at a patient. Then I called myself to her that, Abolo, calm down. What's wrong with you? And we'll talk about that, so self-talk. And being aware of your emotional awareness. So I had to, like, wait, what is wrong with you? Calm down. Okay, now move. Then I stepped out. So you can be easily irritated if you stay too much in survival mode. Another effect is that you don't want to have people around you. Social withdrawal. You can like they are you find you are doing, instead of you to focus on that thing, you do this one halfway, then you have gone to this place, you do it halfway, you have gone to this place, you do it halfway, and you are just scattered. I can be scattered like that too sometimes, and when I'm in that state, I'll be like ha. So difficulty concentrating. We've spoken about social withdrawal, we've spoken about irritability, being on the edge. We've spoken about, okay, we've not spoken about this. Have you ever been in the state when you slept early yesterday night and you slept all through the night, mosquito will not disturb you, but you woke up this morning tired? You're just tired, like after like 8 hours of sleep, long period of sleep, and you just wake up feeling tired. Dwelling too much in survival mode can produce that. You just wake up and mentally you are tired, you don't even know what to do, you don't have plan for the day, and you're just like, maybe I just woke up now. It's part of it. Another thing is neglect of self-care. When you're in survival mode, you will look like what you are going through, because you have not made your I'll make it later, Jerry. Let me just first do these assignments. Let me first attend to this thing. I'm going to work. I'm going to classes. I beg, I will do it later. For you to calm down and have a good bed, it will be as if they are rushing you. Like sometimes you need to calm down. Have you ever been in that situation that you are just rushing for no reason? Nobody's waiting for you. You are not going anywhere, and you enter bedroom. When I come outside, I will just like, wait, where am I going? I want to have my bed and stay on my bed, but you just rush. Survival mode, you will neglect your self-care. For you to sit down and just cream your hair, and just comb your hair, and just love yourself, look at yourself in the mirror, becomes a problem. Alright? And another thing that dwelling or over-dwelling in survival mode can cause is feeling disconnected from God or from purpose. You just feel like, why am I even here? Like, what's even going on? What's in for me? What's the cocoa? What's the point in doing everything that we are doing? You feel disconnected from purpose. You feel disconnected from God. It looks like God does not even exist. Like, why am I even in this? Why am I in this situation? Why am I in this? All right, and also procrastination, something that you are supposed to Thank you, technical team. God bless you. Well, okay, we are there. Thank you so much. All right, so procrastination. You are something that you are supposed to do now. You know that nothing is stopping you from doing this thing, but you just be like, well, I'll do it later, Jerry. I have a lot to do. Have you ever used that word? I have a lot to do. There's a lot on my table, and sometimes if you sit down to write it out, you cannot find the a lot that you are shouting that you have to do. As a student, please, I'm a student. I have a lot is on my plate. Oh yeah, write it. What are the a lot? What is on your plate? Tell us. You are not able to say it out. So procrastination, something you are supposed to attend to now, you push it to later and later and later, and it begins to pile. Another thing is increased conflicts with friends and family, your roommates. There is ability for you to easily have conflicts with them. So you enter the room and your roommate plays something on the bed, and you just shout at her because you are surviving. You are just living through that day, and anybody that comes to just tamper with your mind or your emotions at that period, you just want to snap at them. And if you shout at your roommate like that, we should be happy. You don't have roommates. You don't fight with your roommates. You don't have roommates. Talk now. You don't have roommates. Okay, you don't have, but you have. Those that have roommates, you don't have arguments with your roommates. Or people that are married, you don't have arguments with your spouse or your siblings. So there's tendency to be in that state. All right. And another thing I would love to talk about is reduce concentration at work or at school. So the concentration at work, concentration at school reduce because your brain is just merely trying to go through that day. Your brain is just trying to survive through that period that you have found yourself. So can we move to the next slide? Go back to that. Yes, surviving is not enough. That's our team, right? Survival is not enough. It's not enough. Sis, dwelling in that state can help you move, but you cannot move very fast. You might feel like if you are surviving or if you are in a survival mode, you might feel like you are still functioning, you are still moving. But let me tell you, it's now about how you are feeling or how other people are feeling, even with the way you are moving, with the actions you are carrying out. Are you making people happy? Are you finding meaning in what you are doing? Or you are just moving in circle? You are waking up every morning trying to live through each day. You are looking forward to the day you are going to leave school already, forgetting the fact that there is a process. There are still days, except if you are leaving school tomorrow. Then I can say, okay, look forward to the day you are leaving school. But if you still have 1 week to go, if you have 2 months to go, if you still have 1 year to go, or if you still have 2 or 3 years to go, then you must not dwell in that looking at the last day. No, that's not how you should live. Because if you are in that state of looking at the last day, when are we leaving? I have to leave this school. When am I leaving this school? And all. You will miss out on the beautiful things that can still happen during the other days that you have. Do you understand? So surviving is not enough. We need to thrive. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, school is stressful. Yes, classes are stressful. You have to go to work. They're stressing you at work. The workload is too much and all. But in the midst of all this, in the midst of the struggle, in the midst of the potholes and the gallops, we need to thrive. We need to come out better. We don't need to look like what we are going through. And that will lead us to thriving. Talking about thriving. Technical, can you help me, please? I need to move faster. So what does it mean to thrive? What does it mean to thrive? So thriving is the ability to flourish, grow, and live with purpose despite life's challenges rather than merely existing or enduring them. So you see that despite life's challenges is on the line. Despite life's challenges. So thriving does not mean there is no challenge. Thriving does not mean there is no problem. Thriving does not mean that there are not situations that can hold you down or that can make you fall. But it is you moving despite those challenges. It's you going through it and coming out and looking like you have never been through this thing. Like I said before, surviving is you looking like what you are going through. But when you are thriving, you don't look like what you are going through. People see you and they cannot put your problem beside you and you will look like that problem. You'll be like, is it the same person that went through this situation? Is it the same person that went through this problem? I would have loved to share a little story, but time is really, 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 really not on my side. Maybe if I try to rush through, then I will share a life experience that I had when I was in school. Yes. So when we are thriving, what are the advantages? What are the things that are in for us when we are thriving? Number one, we have healthier interpersonal relationship. Healthier interpersonal relationship. You can relate with people around you. You can relate with your friends, your classmates, your co-workers, because you are finding meaning and purpose in whatever you are doing. You're a student, you are studying. You know that I'm in this school because of this, to achieve this. Because God has brought me into this school or this situation because of this meaning. So when you can put a meaning or a purpose to every problem that you are going through, then thriving becomes easier for you. For example, as a student, you fail as an examination. Going through it will not be easy if you don't know why you failed. There is a why. Some of us did everything possible to pass that examination. We burnt midnight candles, we read, we prayed, we cried, and everything. But you still failed that examination. When I was in school, I failed an examination that I did not even write. Before writing the examination, they said I failed. And I had to write receipts. And I wrote it, but it was not easy. But guess what? I found out the reason why that situation was happening to me. I would have broken down the story, but I don't have time. I found out why that problem happened. I found meaning in it. And guess what? I went through it like with God at my back, because mental resilience, we're still going to mental resilience, is not about going in your own strength alone as Christians. So I found meaning in that situation. I knew why God made this happen. And going through it became easier. So when you're thriving, you have healthier interpersonal relationship, there is increased energy level. When you wake up, you will know that, okay, what are we doing today? God, what do you have for me? You write out your to-do list with the help of the Holy Spirit, and you're moving. The energy is there. It's not as if your brain is just tired. Another thing is better concentration and focus is stronger. Remember, when you are just surviving, it's difficult for you to focus. It's difficult for you to concentrate. But when you are thriving, there is better concentration. You can focus stronger. When you are doing something, you know that this is what you are doing, this is what you are working on, and you do it well. Another thing is social support system. You will have people that want to come around you. You know, I spoke about being on the edge, being irritable when you are surviving. People will not come around you. You remember my story that I shared when I started first? When I was in that situation, the people that usually find pleasure coming around me before, they started distancing themselves because they are scared of the next thing I might say. I became like a monster. And it was not my fault, sincerely. I was tired. I was. But nobody will understand that with you. So when you are thriving, you have a better social support system. Then there's greater adaptability during change. Then there is better sleep quality. You will sleep for 2 hours and you will feel it that your body will reset, all your bones and everything will go back to where it's supposed to be. And you'll be like, okay, let's move. Increased happiness. You will just be happy. You will find joy. Somebody will greet you and you'll be like, hi. And everybody will be like, what happened to this girl today? Did they send money to you? No. You are going through issues. You are going through problems. But you have found meaning. You have found a way to cope with it in a very better way. Should we trust these people? I should just... Next slide. Increased life satisfaction. There is increased life satisfaction. There is continuous learning and self-development. There is a greater sense of joy, like I explained before. Social support system. Stronger social support system, clearer goals and direction. You know what to do. Then there's greater efficiency at work or at school, and increased motivation to make a positive impact. When you see people, you see situations, you are motivated to do something better. Okay, what can I do to make this place better? What can I do to not leave this place the way I met it and all? When you are merely surviving, your brain cannot even think about that, trust me. But when you are thriving, you find greater motivation to be able to know that, okay, I have to make impact. I have to do something different. Please, let's move. The time is running. Yes. So now, mental resilience is that bridge to transform survival into thriving. You know, we spoke about survival first. Then we spoke about we thriving. Now, how can we move from surviving to thriving? How can we move from just merely living each day, trying to survive each day, to actually growing, flourishing, looking beautiful, and finding purpose and meaning in all we do? The answer is mental resilience. So what is resilience? What is mental resilience? So mental resilience, according to American Psychological Association, APA, mental resilience is the process of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. So now we are going to be looking at some components of mental resilience. How can we know that a person or an individual is mentally resilient? I can see we are trying to write or jot things down, but I guess the slides can be sent to us so we can just have it. We can write though, but in case if you have moved past where you are writing, you can have the slide at the end of the lecture. So now, component of a mentally resilient person. Number one, there's emotional regulation. That is managing your emotion instead of letting your emotions manage you. When you are merely surviving, your emotions will manage you. You will want to act the way you are feeling. So you feel angry. A mentally resilient person will feel angry, but you refuse to lash out. You know that this situation that is happening right now is making you feel angry, but you are trying so much to regulate your emotion, breathe in, breathe out, then before you act. Another thing is adaptability. That is adjusting positively when circumstances change. Finding another route when your original plan doesn't work. You are, okay, let's use the example of a person that wrote an examination and your plan already is when you write this examination you pass, or a person that lost his or her job. This is your means of surviving. This is what you are living on and you lost it. Instead of staying in that state, crying, my time is up. Okay, let's rush through it. Yes. So adaptability is finding another means when your original plan doesn't work. Now, positive thinking, that is choosing hope and optimism even in difficult situations. Looking for solution instead of dwelling on problems. Looking for a solution, finding a way out instead of staying and dwelling on an issue. Then another thing is self-awareness. That is understanding your emotion. I spoke about this earlier. Understanding your emotions, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your triggers. When you know that these are the things that can make me angry, these are the things that can trigger me, you try as much as possible to avoid those things. When you know that if you don't sleep enough, when you get to work the next day, you'll just be angry at everybody, you'll be cranky and grumpy, then you try as much as possible to get enough sleep instead of watching movies at night. Then that is recognizing when you are becoming overwhelmed. Like I shared on Tuesday, I was becoming overwhelmed, but God helped me to recognize it, and I was able to call myself to order. So let's go to the next slide. The last component, social support. Building healthy relationships and accepting help when needed. Talking to a trusted friend during difficult times. A mentally resilient person builds a good social support around them. You are able to talk to somebody when you feel overwhelmed, when you feel tired, when you feel like you can't go on again. You are able to talk to somebody. So let's move to the next slide. So now let's talk about some healthy coping mechanisms. Now stress is not something that you can avoid as a student or as someone that is working in this Nigeria system. You are working in, if it's now an hospital, stress is not something you can avoid. But what are the strategies we can use to cope with them instead of just slipping into survival mode? All right, so number one, you can practice deep breathing. There's space between deep and breathing, but just manage like that. You can practice deep breathing exercises. Practice deep breathing. You know you are becoming overwhelmed, you are becoming tired. Just go somewhere and breathe in slowly through your nose and breathe out slowly through your mouth. Reading a book, I would have practicalized this, but there's no time. So reading a good book is another way you can cope with stress. Watching a movie, listening to a good music, spending time in nature. Sometimes you just need to come outside and walk. You just need to leave everything that you're doing, everything that is making you feel overwhelmed. Just come outside and take a walk. Look at the birds, look at the trees. Just look at everything and just bask in nature and the glory of God. Yes, practice self-talk. I want to quickly talk about this. Self-talk is another thing that can help you to get out of survival fast. When you are just there, you're like, I don't even know what to do. Everything just feels overwhelming. I'm supposed to do this, I'm supposed to do that. Talk to yourself. David in the Bible practiced this very well. You will hear things like, my soul, why art thou downcasted? I'll be how DKJV writes it. So practice self-talk. Talk to yourself. Boluwasife, what is wrong with you? You are becoming irritable and it's not good. People will go away from you. Before you know, you will start smiling. Hi, good afternoon. And you are out of that situation. So self-talk is another strategy that can really, really help. Yes. Practice gratitude. That is another thing. Be thankful. Be thankful. Regardless of the situation you find yourself, practicing gratitude is another way to cope with stress. Then prayer and Bible study, spending time in the Word of God. Yes, is another way you can cope with stressful situation. Sometimes you are not really stressed like that sometimes. It's because you missed your devotion that morning. That's why you are brain cranky and you are snapping at people. Sometimes spending enough time in the Word of God, spending enough time in the presence of God is all that you need. Journaling, writing out how you feel, then adequate sleep, sleeping more, sleeping for longer hours too can help you to cope with stress and stressful events. Then talking to somebody, taking a walk, and eating what you love. Sometimes it's because you are not eating well. I don't know about this food. They say people don't cook. Cook. So eating what you love. Sorry, scrap that. Eating what you love, getting what you feel like eating, and that can also help you. So in conclusion, mental resilience is never about not falling, or is not about never falling. It is about developing the strength to rise, the wisdom to adapt, and the courage to grow every time life knocks you down. Remember, survival may help you to endure life challenges, but mental resilience is what empowers you to overcome those challenges and thrive. So choose not to survive merely, but to flourish today. Thank you very much for listening. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Ma. Let's jam our hands to celebrate that beautiful session. I learned so much that at some point I was like, my mental health must be healthy after now. Must be healthy. Thank you very much for that, ma'am. So, your mind... have we forgotten?
Forgotten our catchphrase.
So when I say your mind, you will respond...
My mind
Okay, sorry.
matters.
When I say what matters... Sorry, my bad. What matters, you will say my mind matters. So what matters? Thank you very much. So how many of us learned a lot from this session?
I'm sure we took notes, right?
Somebody was hesitating to say I learned a lot because she knows that we would ask her. And I'm going to ask her.
Nonetheless.
So can you let us know one striking lesson that you learned from this session? Lady on orange. Please let's celebrate her.
So one of the things I learned from today is part of the components of mental resilience that she says, and she talked about positive thinking. So that is, even when things are not making sense and I'm being stressed, I still have to think positively. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And we've learned our minds is one of the most powerful gifts that God has given us. And as a man thinks, so he is easy.
So
everything.
Easy. So easy. Anyone. So another person, one more person. There's something you learned. There's a girl on black at the back. She just put her head down.
Thank you for identifying her.
Sorry, I'm the one with the mic.
And she wrote a lot though.
Of course, she's a very good student. Let's give her moral support.
So one thing I learned is that we should always regulate our emotions. We should not be like feeling down every time.
Okay, please let's celebrate that. Learn to regulate our emotions. And one thing that stood out for me is her definition of thriving. She said that thriving is the ability to, let me confirm, okay, to flourish, grow, and live with purpose despite life challenges rather than merely existing or enduring, which is usually the human default response, like, well, let's try to do and go. But when you're thriving, you are living intentionally. So tell your neighbor, live intentionally.
Live intentionally.
Thank you, everybody.
All right, before we go on, we have some honored guests in our midst. Can we celebrate them as I call their names? We have Dr. Ogunwobi. Can we celebrate him?
He's a consultant
Psychiatrist.
Thank you so much,
sir,
for
for coming.
Here.
And we also have in our midst the Deputy CMAC, Dr. Oyewusi. Can we celebrate him?
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for coming, sir.
So as the rest of the honored guests come, we would introduce them as they are here. So over to a special section of this event.
Powerful.
So words normally transform our lives, but art does something differently. It reaches places that words cannot. In this moment, we'll be having a spoken word presentation given by BUMHC Eugenia Boluwatife. I'm going to read her citation quickly, and then we'll all know what we would do. We would celebrate her, because when it gets to your turn, you will be celebrated too. Are we together? Okay, so BUMHC Eugenia Boluwatife is a spoken word artist, mental health advocate, and SDG3 advocate, passionate about transforming conversations around mental health through the power of poetry. She is the founder of Mind Haven, a mental health house, and the visionary behind initiatives such as Anxiety in Academia and MPS, the Mad People Syndrome, creating safe spaces that challenge stigma and promote psychological well-being among young people.
She's an award-winning poet who began writing at a young age. Eugenia has graced numerous stages, using her voice to inspire hope, spark dialogue, and drive social impact. Through collaborations with organizations including the WHO and EBIR, alongside student-led advocacy efforts, she continues to champion a future where every voice is heard and every mind is valued. Now, with a standing ovation, can we welcome Miss Eugenia BUMHC
Boluwatife.
Please, can we celebrate her until she gets off stage?
Until she gets here. Besides your namesake with our keynote speaker, Boluwatife. That's so nice. So thank you. Have the stage.
I would say a lot of things about resilience, but I do not think I am the very much person you want to hear it from. I have a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things I have not dealt with. So why do you think I should talk on resilience? I barely even survived the last one, not to talk of this. You are probably wondering where this story gets to. I'll tell you about a girl who started 100 level and a student who had started without anxiety and in second year was diagnosed with anxiety disorder. I'm a normal girl now. Normal girl with normal feelings too. I was taught to express my feelings, but I was also taught to hide them. Trauma builds up. Things happen. They say, don't worry, you learn. But sadly, I was the one that bear the pain for other people's children. People said words, people said things, people pushed me to the curb. They didn't know what I was facing. They didn't know what I was going through. I failed an exam, went into my shell, and the people I needed the most started getting words from others, building things from others. You see, there was a famous word from Confucius that says, if you fall, there is great glory when you fall and you stand up. So I decided to stand up, but of course it was not at the beginning. I still fell. Anxiety in the academic space is not talked about enough. That's why people laugh at you for having panic attacks. I mean, I've been disgraced many times because of anxiety. Shaking hands, trembling feet. I do not know what to do. And every single time I try to talk in front of a stage, it's almost as if the anxiety forgets his name. And who is this girl? Anxiety in academia is not something to joke with. I mean, I thrived, more like I survived. What is surviving if I barely even found myself? I almost took the thing that could end me. I mean, I'm allergic to peanuts, but every single time I thought of buying 5 packs of granuts. And it's crazy. But this is the life of a student that had to thrive. You see, resilience is not about the rosy things. I'm not going to preach to you that I have gotten over it. I still think about it sometimes. But you see, it is a build-up. It is every day you decide that you want to be better. You build up. You stand up. You do not slack around because that is not who you are. You are not anxious. You have the ability to control your thoughts. Thank you.
Can we celebrate her once again?
Thank you for that beautiful performance. That was so good. The music, everything was so flowing. Thank you. Thank you. Are we enjoying ourselves so far? So what matters? Okay,
What matters? My mind matters.
So we have an icebreaker session now. And remember what I said from the beginning, we are a small audience, so everyone will be involved in some way. Some will participate, some would hype. Anything that you are, just know that you are an important part of this event. So we're going to be calling for volunteers for this session.
So what's the volunteers? We need about 6 volunteers. Technical, can you just give us a little sound on the background?
It would
just
really be lovely.
something for our mental health.
Volunteers. And you always know that when nobody volunteers,
We will volunteer you.
exactly, we will help you help us.
After you have collected our sweet.
We will help you help us.
After you have collected our sweet, you must volunteer. All right.
So it's not, I know that thing where you don't know what they want to ask, so you don't want to. But don't worry. Do we look like we're safe now? This is a safe space, is it not?
There might be prizes to be won too.
Okay.
There might be prizes to be won.
Might.
Yeah. Who knows what Dr. Yewusi wants to do?
You see the black thing he's... What?
Dr. Yewusi has plans for us. He has plans for us.
Good and not of evil. Okay. So volunteers, I'm going to be taking people from every row.
Yes, that lady. Yeah.
Please, let's celebrate her. Woo!
I picked you.
Okay. Okay. Don't worry, you can look at me. It's okay. I won't select you, really.
All of a sudden,
Okay.
someone's eyes
Please,
already
let's
down.
have you.
We will still catch
Every
you.
row. We can two from a row is not bad. You are a star in the show.
So that you'll be able to hype your people.
You'll
be able to hype
this
your
row, you're hyping 2 people.
You're hyping 2 people.
Hope you
This
already
row,
know
you're
your
hyping
job
2 people.
To hype. Are you ready? To hype. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Please let's celebrate them as they go up.
Okay, we have 2 people now. See, I didn't even point at you where they choose you. Can we celebrate them, please? This is resilience.
Not easy to be up here.
This is resilience.
Resilience. Going through despite the
Yeah.
challenges. Thank you. So this is the game that we'll be playing. It's called mental health drama. I'll explain. So what would happen is that we'll give one person a chance to start, and they will start with a statement that relates to mental health. Now, the last word that they use, the next person will have to start to make a statement with that word, starting with that word. And your goal is to make it as difficult for your partner so people will be eliminated. And then the last two standing, we would see who.
And note, he has to relate to mental health. Don't just say anything. No.
So you can be creative. That's why I said it's a drama. You can be creative because there are some words that we know might catch you off guard, but you can be creative, and that's all I would say.
Should we give you a clue? All right, so let's go. Me, I will start.
Okay. Why?
I will start.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh yeah, you start. Oh yeah, start. Just say any quote.
It's actually supposed to be hard, though.
It's meant to be hard.
And relating to mental health. Okay. Mental health is
Your mind
mental-
matters.
matters because it is important for functioning. Come on.
And the functioning of your mind.
Where did the ant come from?
All right, so that's the idea of the game. So,
Wait,
yeah.
can they use a and?
But I think you can use, so that it will not be so difficult for them. You can just add.
Adjectives, I believe that's what they're called, yes. But let it not overshadow the second, and the second
Just like
word
I
must
just-
come up immediately. Do we understand? Okay.
All right, so who's going first? You want to go first? No. She's not going to go first. We're going to pick it at random.
We want to pick it at random. She will start.
Okay.
Okay, so reorder.
Please celebrate your people, oh. You have to encourage them.
You know where they came from? The road.
Please, technical, give us sound. Give us sound. Just a little
what row
sound at the
You're
background.
from the no. These are the first two rows. You can stay here. You're from the second row. Okay. That's good.
You guys got this.
Please encourage your people.
You can even say quotes from what our keynote speaker
That
said.
would even be beautiful.
You know. So that she, go girl, yeah.
Okay, so let's have you.
All right.
1, 2, 3, go.
Thriving is an act. You have to put everything you need into it. Everything you have into it.
Putting all you have into it can actually make you know the reason why you are still standing.
Standing out make you great.
Mental health is important for my greatness.
You're supposed to start.
Greatness requires good mental health.
Mental health is about your mind that matters.
But I think we have to look for a way to eliminate people.
They are creative.
They are creative. So we have to look for a way to eliminate people.
Because somebody would have been eliminated
Yes.
just now. If not that,
Yes.
let's just
I think we should give, I was thinking, we have to look for a way to eliminate people. Because there are statements they are making that are not necessarily related to mental health. And so we need to be able to pick that.
Let's make it strictly, you must start your next sentence with, and you have time to think, but just 10 seconds. You must start your next sentence with the last word that the person said. So if she said eat, then eat, you will start to eat. Do you understand?
And you have just 10 seconds to think.
Oh, 10 seconds is too much. 1, 2, 3. 5 seconds.
Okay, 5 seconds.
5 seconds.
So now we're going to be strict in eliminating
have gifts for
people.
everybody,
And this is how
sorry.
we're going to do it. We're going to ask, when they are done, we're going to ask everyone, please don't be partial. Don't be partial. So please pay attention to what they are saying. So that we'll be able to eliminate someone. Because we have to have one winner.
So you are our judges and also.
So you are our judges. All right. So let's start.
Okay. Mental health involves us thriving.
Thriving can make you no, thriving can keep you on your ground.
Being grounded, grounded in mental health can make you stand out.
Standing out is a very key factor in mental health.
Mental health is not about survival, it is thriving.
All right. Did we all hear what they said? All right. So is she out? We must all chorus it. Is she out?
Well, she started. How can she?
Okay.
Okay.
What about her?
No.
Ah.
Okay.
What about her?
Rotu. And this judge.
What about her? Ah. What about her?
No.
So all of them are in. Ah.
I noticed somebody started with a compound statement, but you didn't start with the last word that the last person said. So when you said standing out, she said out. Where you're supposed to start is out of the something. And you can make, like I said, it's a drama. You can do a drama. So we're going to go the last time. And this time, any errors, you just immediately know yourself and we would go. So let's start from this other end.
Or you can start.
One of the way to have a mentally healthy mind is to journal.
Journaling helps clear the mind and give you a sound mental health.
That's nice.
Mental health is a complete state of psychological, physiological, socially, and spiritual state.
Five seconds.
The state you are mentally can determine what you're doing next.
Next, you have to go into the world and observe how to build your mental health.
Can we celebrate them? I already know the two people that are out. And row two, you would say the people that you think are out. If it's not aligning, you come and replace the person and show us how it is done. Exactly.
All right.
So is she out? They're not talking again.
Is she out?
Is she out? She's out.
All right.
Please,
Can we
let's
celebrate her?
Her statement, she added an adjective, and I said strictly starts with the last word. Is she out? She's out. She started with a compound statement, mental health, not health. Do you understand? Yeah, please, let's celebrate her. Is she out? None of them are out. So we're going to do it the last time. And only one man will be standing, the most accurate.
Now, what we are looking for is not just you putting words together. We're looking for something actually defining. A real statement that is speaking to you, right? We're not just saying anything we want to say. All right. So please, everybody listen. And please, we are going to judge them. We are just looking for one winner in this round. All right. So we are starting from you.
It is okay to be overwhelmed, but you have to adapt emotionally to it.
Emotional well-being is very important for you as a student to have a stable life on campus.
Campus is a place where you where you grow mentally. It gives you the opportunity to grow.
I think we have
our winner.
I think we have
Or two winners.
Well, I'm thinking two.
We have two winners. One winner.
We have one winner.
So.
And one person is going to be out. So who is the one person? Her? She's out?
What did she start with?
She started with emotional.
What did you end with?
It.
Oh, please, let's celebrate her. Thank you very much. Thank you. Now it is blood and war. Although not blood, I didn't say that. But now it is serious. So.
All right, before we do that, I think we should just, we have a few cards here, Richard cards, and
we're about to do fastest
we are
fingers.
about to do fastest
This
fingers.
is some people's favorite part of any event.
And I think this is something that I will lose in, because it's been a very long time since I imputed things like this.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, the fastest finger is still going to win it. All right, so I'm going to be calling MTN.
Should we take it from behind and go forward?
MTN. We'll call one from behind, one from.
And then we'll call the last one, not telling them what line it is.
Yeah. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll leave them to guess.
You have to earn what
Yeah.
you're about to give.
You have to earn it. Do you know how much is here? Ha!
Your mental.
It's affecting your mental health.
Oh my Lord.
All right, are we ready? MTN. 7496393469335104 MTN. I think it's the same number they used to load everything. Yeah. So who got it? Let me call it again. 7496393469335104 All right, we have our winner. The way the girl said,
Like, you will know.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Finally, credit to call him.
I can call him. Okay.
All right. So we're going to call one other one. Maybe Etel. I think we should call Etel.
Okay. From behind.
Yeah, we're calling Etel from behind. It's affecting your mental health. Don't worry.
Be fine.
Breathing. Take a deep breath.
Coping mechanism, positive thinking.
Remember, it's one of the breathe in and breathe out.
Think positively, you win it.
All right.
Okay.
So I'm going to be calling Etel from the back. Okay, let me just call it for the front. 0208 7356 222 7799 222 7799. Ale. All right. So let's go into our final round, where we have one winner. Our final round. We have to move into our. So we're moving into our final round between our two prestigious ladies. Can we give them a round of applause? All right. And so we are going for just one winner. So everybody be attentive. All right. So you understand the games or the rule of the game. All right. So you're starting first.
Dancing is a way to cope with mental, to build mental resilience.
Resilience is not just about you surviving. Resilience is you thriving. It is you it is you taking care of your mind, because out of it comes the issues of life.
She just did thumbs up for her. You think she did good, right? You think she's the winner. So I think we have our winner. Can we celebrate her?
Her. Good spirit.
So
good
cute.
Spirit.
All right. So please, what's your name? Ayomide.
My joy has come.
That's her name too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the prize you are giving her?
What do you want? Name it.
Don't do that one. No. Which one is what do you want? I'm not with you. All right. I think we have some books. A journal. A journal?
Yes.
Yeah, we have a journal. A journal from Commanding Liberty. Yeah. And so that's going to be a prize. She has tried. She was resilient. Clock it now. Clock it. She was resilient. She fought through.
See the journal.
Yeah.
It's not, you don't find it everywhere.
I think she even mentioned something about journaling. You did, right?
Did.
She's prophetic.
See, do you know
She's
how
also prophetic.
she didn't really want to come out, but now the
you have a
end is
new
glorious.
journal.
So here is a journal for commanding liberty. We'll talk about
Please
them
come
later.
and snap us now. Where is the camera people?
I think they're not presently on ground, so
Camera
we'll move
people.
on. But after the event, make sure to locate us so we can take
All right,
pictures.
all right. So congratulations.
Take care,
Can we
thank
celebrate her
you.
as she goes back to her
And for the
seat?
second, and for the person that made it to the, please, what network do you use?
Please come over.
Is there another? Okay, there's one that we.
So we can't remember the one we called. So I give you the two.
This one, so just
So-
check in.
so
Thank
that-
you. Well done. Please let's celebrate them. I enjoyed myself. I hope you enjoyed
Yeah.
it too. So when there are chairs on a stage, what does that signify? A panel.
A panel
Thank you,
session.
the panel session. And we're going to be calling up our panelists. We'll read the citations. And please, like I said, citations are a picture of possibilities. So listen out for what they are, what they've done, and it will even guide your questions at the end of their speaking. So are we ready? Yes. Are we ready? All right, so Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough.
The only part some people learned is no.
No.
Redefine
success
success
through
through
mental
mental
resilience.
resilience.
Please celebrate yourselves for so far.
All right, so we'll be
Reading a citation for our first panelist, Dr. Oyewusi. So, he is a seasoned consultant and family medicine practitioner whose life reflects service both within and beyond the hospital walls. He is a committed believer, a devoted family man, a loving father, and he currently serves as the Deputy Chief Medical Advisory Committee, Deputy C. Mark.
known for his humility, accessibility, and down-to-earth nature. He has earned the respect of colleagues, patients, and the wider community through his compassionate leadership and dedication to holistic care. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us with a standing ovation to welcome Dr. Oyewusi.
Thank you so much, sir. Anyone, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for being here.
So our next panelist is a student. She's one of us, but she has stood out brilliantly from amongst them all. Her name is Adeyemo Eunice. She's a final year medical student and she's a passionate believer. She believes in the growth of individuals and everything she does comes from a place of fulfilling purpose. So can we welcome our next panelist, Adeyemo Eunice. Thank you so much. She's also very friendly as well. Very friendly.
She also sabi book. She also sabi book.
And then our last panelist is our very own, as she has been introduced before, Nurse Boluwatife Adeosun. Please, let's celebrate her. Thank you very much. Are we tired of celebrating people? Please, let's celebrate all our panelists together.
Okay.
So, for this panel session, I want us to pay attention. Technical, thank you. Technical, thank you. So I want us to pay attention I want us to pay much attention to this panel session because when speakers are usually answering questions and all of that, it may not be the question that you have in mind exactly to ask, but as I like to believe, questions are the well from where we can draw wisdom. So one way or the other, something that you've always been curious about will be answered today. Do we agree? Are you expectant for this session? Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon, panelists. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. So I'm going to be starting with Dr. Oyewosi. So if there's any question that I ask and you really, really relate, you can be like, just let us know that you are actively engaged with this session. So are we ready? So, sir, if I admit that I am struggling, will it damage my professional reputation?
That's an interesting question. But the way I will answer is that if you have a very beautiful, I think I'm too close to this. No, it's distance.
Mic as well.
Thank you. So if you have a very, okay, let's say the latest iPhone, you have a 17 Pro Max.
Amen.
Yes. And then your 17 Pro Max, that is very beautiful and everybody knows that you have a 17 Pro Max, is not charging. You have tried all that. I see your phone is not charging. How did you frame the question again?
That if I admit that I am struggling,
Yes.
will it damage my professional reputation?
Yes, so the question is that if your 17 Pro Max is not charging well and you cannot use it, will it damage the reputation of your phone if you take it to somebody who can help you repair it? Do you understand what I'm saying? Or that you have the latest Toyota Corolla 2025 or 2026, but your car will not start. Will you damage your reputation to call your mechanic and say, please, how do we get this car fixed? So I think that's how to look at it. That you need to be well to take care of other people. Maybe I should move closer. I think it's the distance to the microphone.
Sorry for the break in transmission. And while that is going on, okay, let's have Dr. Oyewosi answer his question and then we would.
Yes, so like I was saying, you need to be well to take care of other people, right? And there's that thing in healthcare where people assume that if I don't know if someone has asked you before, they say, you're a nurse, you're a doctor. Do nurses get sick? I thought, or do doctors fall ill? Or you say you want to go on leave, they say, hey, so doctors also go on leave. I don't know if you have heard those kind of things before.
Anybody that should ask me that is not my friend.
Yes, but I can assure you, people will ask you those kind of questions, right? So the real challenge is, the moment you know that it's only when you are functional that you can be of help to people, then there's no harm. That's the first part. The second part is that if you are on the other side of the divide, you are not the one presently going through what other people are going through. The onus is on you to be empathic and to provide support for them, rather than label people or say, you don't know her, she's receiving her care at so and so, or you don't know him, he's not feeling well. The onus is on you to support people. I'm sure Dr. Ogunwobi is here. You'll be surprised at how many well-known people he knows who are probably patients who have mental health issues, and you will not hear it from him. They are his patients. It's people that don't know that will be saying, this person. So I'm saying that even on the other end of the divide, we also must be empathic towards people. I had a classmate in medical school who had some sort of, I think he must have been schizophrenic. But this guy was very sound. Very intelligent. He was not leading the class, but he was those kind of people who, the people that lead the class will not even want to engage them in an academic discussion. You know those kind of people. He won't fail any exam. He knows pathophysiology of things. So the people that are leading class by recall, he knows depth of things and he explains with someone. And he had a breakdown when we were in school. his parents were not really educated, so they came to pick him, and then they took him to somewhere in Ikorodu. I even thought it was hospital. So we went to greet him one day, and so it was like a Iliala Dura, and then they put him there, and that day we moved him. Yes, we moved him away. Myself and the other people that we went from fellowship told his parents, say, mommy, this guy, we leave this place today. We're not his parents. We're not going to pay, but we said he's going to leave this place today. So we now moved him and moved him to neuropsychiatry hospital in Abeokuta. He eventually graduated with us. He didn't even have a receipt. He passed his exam. He graduated. Now I think if he's not a consultant now, he's probably almost a consultant 10 years down the line. You know, those kind of things give you, they put answer to the question that you're asking. Hope I answered the question.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much, sir. Please, let's celebrate that. Now, thank you, sir, for that beautiful contribution. There was an omission. We have one panelist, another panelist amongst us, and I really apologize, ma'am. I really apologize. So we're going to be reading her citation quickly. She joins us and we'll continue the conversation. So many of us already know her. Her name is Nurse Glory Alabi. We were on the same shift yesterday, apparently. And she's a registered nurse, a wellness advocate, and entrepreneur dedicated to advancing holistic health and well-being. With experience in healthcare delivery and community engagement, she is passionate about mental health awareness, health education, and empowering individuals to thrive in both their personal and professional lives. As the founder of wellness and beauty-focused initiatives, she is committed to creating spaces that support healthy living, self-confidence, and meaningful conversations around well-being.
So our work focuses on promoting sustainable wellness practices, fostering meaningful conversations around mental health, and supporting LDR communities through advocacy and education. So with a standing ovation, can we welcome Nurse Glory Alabi?
Thank you so much, Ma, for being here.
Welcome, Ma.
Welcome.
All right, so we are moving on. I believe you are gaining one or two things. Please ensure you are noting things. And also, we might give opportunity for a few questions. So please, you can start noting down your questions.
Okay. So the next question will be going to our student, medical practitioner, Adeyemo Eunice. Of course, this one is academic related because, so please carry on with the question. Carry on the question?
All right, so Adeyemo Eunice, your question goes thus. All right, how do I keep going when academic pressure? Like, how do I keep going on when there is academic pressure, maybe for long hours, and the constant expectation feels overwhelming? How do I keep going when there is academic pressure and the constant expectations feel overwhelming?
Thank you so much for the question. I think the first thing I will say is that almost all of us, if not all of us here, have been there one time or the other. Like, just maybe even just going on a random day and there's no pressure. And the next thing I hear is maybe there's this text coming up, or EOP is around the corner, MB is knocking, they've changed the date of the exam. Just a lot of information that can make you actually get overwhelmed and feel like maybe I should first run away first, maybe I should jump somewhere. And like the imagination should just be going and going, and your neighbor too is saying something funny also. But I would say that the first thing to do actually is just to eat first. Eat and sleep. Like, it's such a funny answer, but honestly, just eat and sleep. Then when you wake up, now start arranging how do you want to go about this thing. Because at the end of the day, if you are stressed, you cannot think straight. So you need your mind in the best place. So the next thing you are doing now is trying to re-strategize. Okay, my EOP is coming. These are the amount of slides I have. How many have I read? What have I done? And if maybe the whole period is feeling overwhelming, we know that we are working towards the next time we are not in a similar situation. That means that next time we are hearing that EOP is coming soon, You're not going to feel overwhelmed the way you're feeling now. And part of the things we can do is now knowing what works for us and even what works for the system. And I will explain that sometimes you think that, oh, maybe, for example, now I'll use myself for an example. I cannot read in the night. No matter how, MB, pattern farm, this, once it's dark, like it's already like 1 o'clock, you're waking unit, it has gone. But my roommate, that 1 o'clock is an active moment. So, me now trying to be like my roommate and waking up by 1 o'clock every time, what will just happen is that everybody will see me that I'm putting in the effort, but the effort might not necessarily bring results. And when they say it's exam time again, I'll feel overwhelmed, I'll feel stressed out. And at the same time, we also need to check our schedules, what we take as our priorities. Some of us, we are medical students, we are entrepreneurs, we are this, we are that, and you have like 1 million things on your schedule. Please, I'm not saying that we should not be creative, but like at the end of the day, there should be scale of preference at every point in life. Meaning that, for example, now your exams are getting close. If your exams are getting close, there should be what you're focusing at that period of time. When you have a little freer moment, there should be what you're focusing at that period of time. Thank you very much.
That was such a beautiful answer. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, thank you for that. Eat and
sleep.
Thank you. And then come back to re-strategize.
Don't sleep alone now.
Funny how sleep is not a coping mechanism for me. I will be dreaming of what's doing me in my sleep or something. For me. So when people are like, oh my God, my brain is so hot, I want to first sleep. If I sleep, I will wake up, and I would even wake up, not the normal way you will roll on your bed. I'll wake up sitting up and remembering everything that's happened. So still, know what works for you. For some people, sleep might not be it. It might be something. It might be that book. It might be talking to family. That there are people I know that they are on and on and on, and you would think, this person love. It's not love, or I need them. Like, I really need to talk to my mom right now. That kind of thing.
Even watching movies, too.
Even watching movies. For some people, it's relieving. For me, it's not. So, preferences, like I said. I know you're wondering, like, what is my coping mechanism? Shouting. Okay. Thank you for that. So, the next question will be directed to Nurse Adeosun. And this is a good one. It says, what is the difference between resilience and simply enduring pain in silence?
She said, wow. The difference between resilience and enduring pain in silence. They are very different, actually. And like we spoke about resilience, resilience is flourishing, thriving in the face of troubles, but you're trying to go through it. You're trying to go through that problem and come out better. But enduring pain in silence might look like resilience, but it is not. Enduring pain in silence is when you're trying to do hard guy. Like, I can do it. I can go through it. I don't need to talk to anybody. You feel like when you share your problem with somebody, when you talk to someone about what you are going through, they are going to look down on you, or you are going to look weak, or you are going to look like somebody that's you understand. I'm trying to look for the right word to use. Yes, thank you so much. So resilience is going through that problem, going through what you are going through, trying as much as possible to endure the storm, but still come out victorious, still thriving through the problem, still trying to use different coping strategies, positive coping strategies, like talking to someone, like crying. A resilient person should cry. Not that when you are enduring pain in silence, you might not want to cry. You might just want to talk. But a resilient person should break down and cry. Some people might not, actually, but it is a good sign when you cry. I cry a lot. There are sometimes that when I'm going through something, what I need is just like 30 minutes of a good cry to my father. Yes, in heaven. Like, just leave me where nobody will pass and say, what happened to you? Why are you crying? When I cry, my eyes is red. I'll just clean my eye and it look as if I've received all the strength to go through. Like, everything just starts aligning and I know what to do next and all. So, not crying and staying there, crying and rising. Remember what I said? I cry and I clean my eye and move. So, look for coping strategies. There was a time in school when I was in mental health school of nursing at Abeokuta, and I was going through survival mode. I was tired mentally, schoolwork, people were reaching out to me for one thing or the other, do this for me, come and it was looking like if I fail them, if I don't answer them, it will look as if I'm wicked. If I fail them, it will look as if I have to go to church, serve in church, do this, do that. But at some point it got to this place and I broke down. And I didn't break down personally. I went to meet my friend and I said, you don't even know what I'm going through. I'm not fine. And you think I'm fine. And she was like, but you were just smiling now. Of course, I was smiling. I was enduring the pain in silence. I was smiling. They were still sending me message. Oh, yeah, girl, I'll go. I'll be happy. If people come, I will accommodate them. But I was not okay. When I broke down, I cried. She hugged me and everything. And after that period, I was fine. So, enduring pain in silence is not a good sign. If you are here and that is your coping mechanism, please try as much as possible to change it, because it can lead to depression. Yeah. It can lead to you breaking down mentally. And you might find yourself in places or situations where you never wish to be. That's what makes some people land on the beds of neuropsychiatric hospitals sometimes. When you are just trying to go through everything, you are not speaking out, you are not telling anybody that this is what I'm going through, this is how I feel. You feel like if you tell somebody, they will start using that thing to look at you. I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Yes, like they will start looking at you somehow that, But try as much as possible to speak to who? A trusted person. Somebody that you can trust, not people that will start. There are some people that will actually look at you somehow because you shared your problem with them. So be careful who you share your problem with. That's another thing. A trusted person, somebody that is not going to judge you and is also going to hold your hands through the pain. So please don't endure pain in silence. That is not resilience. That is slipping into depression. Thank you.
Can we celebrate Nurse Adeosun? I think that was a very good one. Can we celebrate her once again?
Well said. Very well said.
Don't die in silence. Speak out. Yeah.
To a trusted person. Okay.
Very important.
So the next question will be directed to Nurse Alabi Glory.
Okay, Nurse Alabi Glory. So the question goes thus: how do I recover from failure, mistakes, or setbacks without losing confidence in myself? How do I recover from failure, mistakes, or setbacks without losing the confidence in myself?
Okay, thank you so much for that question. By the way, hello everyone. This room is a little bit quiet. I believe that the things that we're talking about today are things that we can relate with, so we should participate some more, right? Okay, so the question says, how do I recover from failure, setbacks, and mistakes without losing confidence
in myself?
I believe that if you're going to be anything meaningful, or you're going to build anything meaningful in life, you're going to have to go through these three things that he has mentioned: failure, setbacks, and mistakes. So first, I would say that you should come to a point in your life where you, quote unquote, get comfortable with these three things. And I want you to know that failure, mistakes, and setbacks, they actually don't define you. So you must first of all detach yourself from the feeling of failure, making a mistake and not reaching your goal. So you must detach your identity from it first of all, and understand that these things actually make you stronger. These things refine you and not actually define you. That's the first thing I'm going to say. And the second thing I would like to say is there is a way you can position yourself to leverage upon failures, mistakes, and setbacks. There is a way you can position yourself in such a way that you see them as stepping stones and you turn them to something valuable. So how do you do this? You sit back and reflect. Okay, what could I have done differently? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? What could I have done differently? Start to ask questions. I feel like many times the problem is that we throw things in the back burner, we just forget about things, or we try to live in silence, like she mentioned, or she was trying to explain. We try to endure these things in silence instead of actually facing it. You have to start having hard conversations with yourself. You have to start asking yourself hard questions, questions that, would shake you a little bit. And, when you do all of these things, you realize that you are not just reacting, but you are responding positively. You're not just reacting, but you're what? You're responding. So ask yourself questions like, what could I have done differently? Who should I speak with? Oh, I think I need help. Many times we fail to admit that we need help in certain areas of our lives. And that is why we would see that, you failed the first time, you would fail the second time, the third time, and the fourth time. Then you realize that, I think my confidence has been quote unquote shattered. So turn your mistakes, your failures, quote unquote, and setbacks to something valuable that you can leverage upon. And understand that you have to give yourself some grace. Your life is a work in progress, and all of this is just part of the process. There is nobody that has built anything meaningful. There is nobody that has done anything meaningful and sustainable that has not made mistakes, that has not experienced setbacks. So give yourself some grace and allow yourself to go through the process. But make sure that you are assessing and analyzing the situation. You're not just moving past it and just tagging it as, I have failed, right? Make sure that you're analyzing it and turn those things to something valuable that can help you. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much.
So much for that. When she was speaking, it reminded me of this trend. This pit meme, this thing about who did this pit for me will fall inside. Do you know that there are some pits you need to fall inside so that you can grow and be refined in life? That was what just came to my mind. When we say, every setback, back to sender and everything, there are some times that we might need retrogression in order to progress further. So all that she has said, you first of all accept that these things are okay in life. They refine and do not define you. And also ask yourself questions. Ask other people questions. So there are some mistakes that you made it once and it is enough, but you make it multiple times because we're not asking the right questions. I believe that represents what you said. Thank you so much.
She also mentioned something that I wanted to point out, how that we should ask for help. And I think, when there is that repeated failure, there's how it diminishes your self-confidence. And many times it's because I want to do it. I want to get it. And there are many people that have gone through these phases that all you need is just an instruction. All you need is just one counsel around those things you are going through. And many times you don't want to ask for help. I think I remember I had something like that. I had failed comprehensive exam. I think it was anatomy I had to recite.
Wow,
and
I didn't know that.
The reason why I think I shared this story with some of my friends, and this was one of the exams that I reading with putting my legs inside cold water. I had never read like that before in my life. So I was so surprised because I poured in a lot of stuff. But it was when I asked for help that I found out that, passing anatomy was not about the amount of information. There was an how to pass anatomy. I realized, you have to draw pictures, you have to draw diagrams, you have to label, you have to arrange it. That was when I understood, because I was just pouring the information, everything that I remembered, I was putting it there.
I'm sure the lecturer was like, who be this guy?
Do you understand? I knew that I wrote, and when pre-clinicals, it was more about just writing a lot of stuff. As medical students, we're just writing, whether the ones that make sense or not. But it was when I asked for help that I found out that, this is how to write anatomy. And I think that was the last anatomy exam I ever failed. Because I knew how to by asking for help. My confidence wasn't diminished to that point where I couldn't, rise back because I asked for help. So I think asking for help also from the right person is very important. Thank you so much, Ma. Can we celebrate her once again?
So far, I'm learning so much. So much. So back to our Dr. Oyewusi. So this question is very sensitive because many of us as medical health practitioners, we work in the field and we see a lot of traumatic things. out there. So the question is, how do I process patient trauma and grief without bringing it home?
It's an interesting one.
Yeah, so I want to learn. Where's my pen?
Someone said that health workers are very mean. See, all those nurses, they are very wicked. Those doctors, they are so heartless. That how can somebody be going through this and you are eating? See, they are even talking. How can they be talking with what patient is going through? Why are they laughing? Why is it? Of course, you should be able to read the room. But you see, I now told someone that I hope you know that when you see health workers a bit detached, it's because they have had repeated exposure and now they are trying to protect their own heart. We had an nurse officer about 5 years ago, 7 years ago. So she was posted to neonatal unit. And I think that night they had a few outborn patients. And in the space of 24 hours, she lost 2 patients. Or maybe 3 patients. She came to me and she was wailing. You know, it was difficult for me to say, what's the problem now? Because she had lost 3 patients. They lost 3 patients that night. But she was wailing seriously. I mean, that thing took a toll on her. Not because they didn't do what they were supposed to do, but at least with the availability of resources available. Because you know that even in Africa, some of the things that we call, that's how God wants it. Somebody said she resumed in a neonatal unit in the UK. And in 6 months, they only had 1 mortality. In 6 months in the neonatal unit. 6 months. Say it was just 1 or maybe none safe. Okay? So, how do you protect yourself? I remember when I was a resident, I had one 24-hour period. I think I was on call and then the next day. And I did 4 amputations. I just discovered that by the next day, it was as if there was sand in my mouth. It was as if I was having sand granules in my mouth. Say, how could I have done cut 4 people's limbs for various important reasons? In fact, there was one of the patients that I did amputation for. He saw me about 2 or 3 months later with his son. He said, my son, that's the doctor that cut my leg. Say, what? I said, Baba, I'm not the one that cut your leg. I'm the one that did not allow your leg to kill you. Because your leg was going to kill you. So I didn't cut your leg. I'm the one that did not allow your leg to kill you. So what I'm saying is that repeated exposure. People have been on call and 4 people died. We're on call on a particular day. And like 2 patients died or 3. One man that was admitted for observation, he said he's going home. He said he doesn't want admission again. Please, let me go home. He had seen enough. Now, he just came visiting. How much more of somebody who is there every day? But the question is, how do you process it without putting the effect of that thing on yourself first and then on your family members? And that's why we're having discussions like this. That's why it's good to also talk to people who have gone through similar experiences. To say to yourself that, did we do what we were supposed to do? That's the first line. One of our, she is a consultant now. They had a patient that was pregnant and her due date had not yet approached. So she came to the hospital about a week or 2 before her date of delivery. So they looked at her. The baby was fine. Mother was fine. Blood pressure was normal. Everything was normal. Okay? And then they said, you are fine. Reported everything and discharged her home. Only for her to come back 48 hours later. And the baby was dead. So one of the doctors was now saying that, maybe the day she came, maybe we should just have gone to do CS and bring the baby out. And I asked, I said, on what basis will you say you have gone to do this? Yes. Just tell me. Was the mother in distress? Was baby in distress? Was the time overdue? He said, that's why we have standards, operation, and procedure. To say, did I do what I was supposed to do? Or did we do what we were supposed to do to the best of our ability or to the best of the available resources? Because sometimes the resources are not available and it's not primarily your fault. So it starts from doing what you are supposed to do, then talking to people who have been in similar situation. There are times that it's just that, in this part of the world, somebody says that, like the day that I had 4 amputations in 24 hours. If I told my ministry, I don't think I can come to work tomorrow. My mind is not, my mind cannot take this any longer. Well, maybe this place is even a bit better than some other places. Somebody may understand and say, don't worry, just go and take a rest. But in some other places, they'll be like, what are you saying? Is that not why you're getting salary? How can you say that your mind, or maybe you have a patient that you picked for case study, and you have been following patient, and then the patient develops pulmonary embolism and dies. That trauma is not just on the patient, it's also on you. Sometimes we're asking ourselves, what did I do wrong? What could we have done better? Now, those are valid questions. What did I do wrong so that I will not do it wrong the next time? That's one. 2 is that, what could we have done better? 3 is that, is there a way that we can anticipate this problem before they happen? Because sometimes some of the things that you say, there's nothing we could have done. Sorry. Some other people can actually anticipate or prognosticate what you feel that there's really nothing that we could have done about it. I once had a surgery for a patient. That patient was bad. People have seen him and they're like, I don't think it's worth it to do surgery for this patient. So when I saw the patient, I asked myself, I said, this patient, if you don't do surgery for him, he's going to die. If you do surgery for him, he may or may not die. So I told the relatives, I said, this guy had perforated for long, he's septic. If we leave him like this, he's going to die. If you permit us to take him in, he may or he may not survive. Is he okay? They said he's okay. And then we took the patient in for surgery. And the surgery was successful. But the patient did not recover from anesthesia. Because he was overly septic. His liver enzymes were down. Now, in retrospect, if I see that kind of patient again, there was no way there's no way I'm going to do a general anesthesia for that kind of patient. Even though it was bad. We will not paralyze. We will tie the patient down. Tie both legs. And I'll be giving little by little anesthesia that will wear out. That you give a little. The patient will be struggling with you on bed. We wear out. Because in retrospect, even though what you should do is to give a patient general anesthesia, but this patient is so down that his liver enzymes are not allowing him to recover appropriately. You see, rather than saying that there's nothing we can do, it's part of processing it. That now I know what else I can do ahead of time. And people who have gone ahead can probably say that, this patient. And that's why even if you've been in theater, you see people tell anesthesia, don't give my patient this, They'll be telling the anesthetist, say, don't give my patient, and it will be like, this is standard. The man knows it's standard, but he also knows that something that can come out of it. So talk to people who have had it before. If you have to have a break, have a break. Know that it's part of the process and it will never go away. We must also realize it's part of the process and it will never go away. And then you must be intentional about how do they put that in? Not blaming the people in your life for what you are going through. There's a way that I've forgotten the terminology. Okay? So, for example, somebody is here now. You have had a very busy night as a nurse. And then your fiancé is calling you 8 a.m. in the morning. And the person says, what's it now? Didn't you know that I was on call? Now, how can you be calling me at 8 a.m. in the morning? Projecting. You are not even sensitive. All that, the person did not even know that you had a terrible night shift. You have had 1 week night shift. The first 5 days have been good. And then the last one was terrible. And you did not tell him the last one was terrible. And he's calling you as he would call normally. And he's like, what? Nothing's wrong with me. I say, are you okay? I'm okay. I say, That is not fair. That is that's wickedness. It's a different thing to say that, the night was not good. Can we talk at a later time? The person understands. Especially because all the other days that you have had night shifts, conversations have gone on. In fact, you are calling him on video call, you say, on the word, Nami do not. All of a sudden, everything has changed. The people in our lives should not be the recipient of what other areas of life is giving to us. That's why sometimes some people don't even take work home. I had a classmate, when he was doing his job, he said, I have 2 phones. His work phone, that's the number all the people at work have. The moment I'm off work, let heaven and hell be falling. You will not be able to reach me. Of course, you also know that as you rise up in leadership and become heads of, you can't do that any longer. Okay? So, I hope I'm answering the question. I just hope I'm answering the question. But we must also realize that it won't go away. It will still show up again. But that's how we process. Sometimes you might need to discuss with some of your colleagues or your senior colleagues. What could we have done better? And sometimes you just need to take a break so that you not be feeling gravel in your mouth. Like I was feeling gravel after cutting 4 limbs in 24 hours. Thank you very much.
Well, that was a very rich response. Thank you for the drama.
Thank you so much, sir.
I didn't know you had it in you to, act. I didn't know. Okay, so our very own consultant psychiatrist, Dr. Ogunwobi, will have to take his leave soon. So we want to, welcome him to say a few words, contribute a bit, and whatever he has to say to us.
Thank you,
so
sir.
Please, let's celebrate.
Can we celebrate him?
Thank you for the honor to speak at this event. To be honest, I was just enjoying the event. I wasn't planning on speaking. But I was listening to what Dr. Yewusi was saying, so maybe I should just comment a little bit on it. And there's something he said which I think is very important. If any of you has done anything in palliative care, there's one of the principles we apply in palliative care, which is that death is a normal part of life. And that is one principle that helps me, recognizing that death is a part of life. In fact, I'm in the unit where I work now is an old age unit. And I always tell my coworkers, in fact, I'm the one that always raises the issue of death, that you cannot be in the old age unit and be afraid of death, that death is our work, even though I'm not in pathology. But if you're an old age unit, you lose most of your patients to death anyway. But if you accept that death is a normal part of life, then the thing we are worried about is we do not want suffering. So that's what I say. We accept death is a normal part of life. What we do not like is suffering. So many times I ask myself that even if this patient passed on or we lost this patient, was I able to reduce this patient's suffering as part of the process? If I'm able to, I count that as a plus. I count that as a positive. So, and as I always say, you cannot always expect to achieve 100% with your patients, but you can expect to give 100%. So if you are convinced you have given 100%, then you shouldn't hold yourself to blame for not achieving 100%. However, if you have not successfully given 100%, then you should hold yourself accountable for not giving 100%. And then you should do better. So another mantra I have a lot of mantras anyway. Another mantra I have is that I do not regret any action I take based on the information available to me at the time I took the decision. What that means is that if at the time I took the decision, every information available to me meant that that was the right decision, even if later I discovered that there was some information that was not available to me that made that my decision wrong, then it is not my fault because I cannot know what I do not know. So some of these mantras, some of this is what we can call cognitive restructuring. You give yourself cognitive schemes that help you to relieve psychological stress. So, these things are helpful in medicine. So when you're able to ascertain that you have given 100%, you ascertain that you used every information available to you at the time, and use it to the best of your ability, then you can, your conscience is clear that you did your best. And then we're also, I believe most of us are Christians here. We also work with the mantra, we care, but God heals. So what that does is, like Dr. Uwisi said, it was God's will. I've forgotten. So we also use that as a get out. When you have done your best, you have used all the information available, you have taken what you thought was the right decision, and the outcome was not what you want, then you leave it to God. That's God, that's your own. No, you are the one that handled the remaining aspect. And it also helps sometimes, because there's one practice I have, and those who have worked with me know this. Anytime I see a patient, particularly for the first time, I try to prognosticate. Every time I see a patient, I try to tell the patient, okay, this is what we believe will be the cause of your illness. If we think it's going to move faster, whatever. And I believe that when prognosticating, particularly when communicating with patients, you promise little as much as possible. You manage their expectations. So what I find out is that when you do all this, you hardly encounter, well, let me not sound like a superhuman, but you don't often encounter situations where you go home and then, you are feeling bad, oh, that I killed my patient or something like that. You are able to leave, free your mind from whatever happened at work and go home. And another thing Dr. Ewusi said, which is quite important and which I practice a lot, I do not carry work home. I do not carry work home. In fact, all my colleagues know me. After a certain time, you don't call me. If you call me, it will go to voicemail. I switch off my phone at night. I have, in fact, mine is very funny. I have a different number for Bowen, a different number for different places that I work. I work in, so that if I want to be unreachable in one center, I can be unreachable there, and reachable in other centers. Yes, because you have to compartmentalize your life. People should not have access to you all the time. And I tell my patients, if you collect my number, it will be useless to you because you will not be able to reach me. If I see a strange number and I'm not in the mood, I will not pick it. Even if I see a number I know and I'm not sure this person has something important to say, I will not pick it. Sorry, some of you may have called me and I didn't pick it. Many times you will see a message. I'll just use one of those custom messages. Busy right now, please send a message. Why am I doing that? I want to screen. If it's important enough, you will send the message. If you don't send the message, I believe you are not serious. I will not even call you back. If you send a message, then I will try and clarify. If it's something important, then I can say, okay, call me by so and so time. I'm sure anybody that has dealt with me has experienced something like that at some point in time. So you have to be disciplined because this work is very stressful, physically and psychologically. And if you allow the stresses to overwhelm you, then, well, whatever comes to you, you take it like that. Thank you.
Can we celebrate our doctor? Thank you so much, sir.
This is the last time I'll ever believe the statement, I don't have much to say. Because that was what he started with, and now we're all wowed. Thank you, sir, for your insights. Thank you so much, sir. So back to our panel session. Are we enjoying it so far? So what matters? Please celebrate yourselves. Thank you. Thank you for your resilience. So we'll be asking the last, okay. Now we'll be asking Eunice Adeyemo her next question. Hold on a minute, please. For a second. Okay, so.
Eunice, second question.
Yes.
I think that has been asked.
Yes, that has been asked. Okay, I'm looking for another. Okay, how do I protect my mental health in a profession that constantly demands more? Or would I say in a discipline that constantly demands more?
Thank you so much for that question. I'll be speaking as a student, of course. So how do you protect your mental health in a course that mentally demands more? I think it's, for some people, or for someone like me, I would say that the place of planning is very important. Like, you need to know how to plan your time. need to know when to take your breaks. For example, there are some days of the week that I just set it out as my rest day. And when is my rest day, there's no meeting. Any meeting you send to me or you say, oh, Eunice, are you available by this time? That particular day, for the sake of my peace of mind, I will not disclose the day. But there's a particular day of the week that I call my rest day. And the only thing I do that day is go for class, go for posting, and spend me time. And that's because of, at the end of the day, if you keep on doing a lot of things and you don't rest, you will break down. And gradually, you start slipping into the survival mode that Nurse Adeosun talked about because you don't have enough time to rest. So the first thing you want to do is to, number one, create a good plan on what am I doing today, what am I doing this week, what classes, and the truth is that we are students. You must leave allowances. For example, you woke up that morning and you're like, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, today is my rest day and this thing, and the next message you see is, Prof, this person would like to have a class with you by 7 p.m. And you know, one annoying part of that story is by 7 p.m. because it's like, you most likely have something else to do. So you must also not make so rigid plans for your mental health or even for your day. Then number two is that communicate with people when you feel overwhelmed. Like, the place of a support system cannot be overemphasized in medical school or even in the medical profession because you need somebody to talk to sometimes. Some days, everything is just coming at you. Like something that Dr. Ewusi said, when you, as a medical student now, you have this patient and the patient has laughed with you and you're shouting, my patient, and you come back the next day and it's like, your patient is not on the ward again. And the first that comes to your mind most times, she has gone home.
Or something.
She has gone home. Thank God, this thing. Then someone now come and say, your patient has gone. Gone to where now? Something like that. And that day, initially, your day has already been scattered. Like you're not thinking, oh, my patient, oh, this, and it just affects you. And some days you even cry, and you now meet the patient relative, and you that you said you're part of the managing team that day. The patient relative will start to ask you some questions, and you have to run away from the ward, and funny things like that. So in times like that, sometimes you need people to communicate with. You need people to talk to about how you are feeling, and even taking out time to enjoy yourself and make yourself happy. And one thing I also try to do is that in every posting, try to find something that makes you happy in that posting. Like, don't come to, for example, now I'm in O&G and Pits. Like, some days I come and I'm just so excited about, the babies that are coming to earth. Not because of maybe I know the woman or not, but I just need something to make me happy in that posting. Because when you're happy doing something, it looks less of a stress than when you don't even feel like being there. If they say just maybe, come and count contractions, the first thing they are doing is, oh God, deliver me from medical school. Even the barest minimum is a lot when you don't want to be there. So one thing you want to do is to make sure that you are happy being in that place. If it's internal medicine, find something if it's that you create your personal fun facts. And there's one thing I used to say every morning when I wake up, I used to tell myself, my passion for medicine has woken up again this morning. And all those statements I'm telling myself is not because of maybe necessarily I'm happy to be there, but I just need to remind myself that I'm happy to be here. We need to be happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Thank you for that contribution. Train your mind to be happy where you are, and I think that's also it's part of the definition that Nurse Adeosun gave for thriving, where you are not just existing or enduring, but you are actually growing, you are living, and you are employing the resilience that you have. Thank you for that. So, Nurse Adeosun, we're going to ask the same question, but in relation to your profession. So, host, please, the question again. Okay. Should I? Okay.
Yeah, you can go on.
How do I protect my mental health in a profession that constantly demands more?
How do I protect my mental health in a profession that demands more? I'm a nurse by profession, yes. A mental health nurse. But trust me when I say on some days, even my profession is coming for my mental health. honestly. Like, Nosa Delany used to post, you say the lifesaver needs saving. When the lifesaver needs saving. When the mental health not also needs somebody to help her with her mental health, because it happens. And Eunice has said a lot of things about it from the standpoint of a student. But I would say, from the standpoint of being a professional, being a nurse, we must understand that taking care of others begins with taking care of ourselves first. Taking care of my patients, ensuring they are fine, ensuring that, okay, when I get to the ward, and I work in a very interesting ward, I work in a male ward, and they are always active. Those people don't want to know that you are not fine. So when you come to work and you're even frowning, they're like, Nosa Delany, what happened to you today? This. Why you they do like this? And they can just face you and they will talk to you anyhow. And you just have to smile and be happy with them. But just sometimes that the workload is yeah. I shared an experience. I'm sharing the one that happened on Tuesday because that's the most recent one that I can remember. That was the last time I went to work this week, and it was not easy for me to go through, honestly. I'm saying it over and over again because I went through a lot that day. My mental health was almost exploding. How will I say it? I was almost losing it that particular day. And I remember that you are going to speak somewhere this weekend about mental health, mental resilience, and you are going through this and all. Find ways you can cope. It demands more. You have to give in your best. You have to give in your best. Our doctors too have said a lot of things about patient care and all. Do your part. Know that you have done the best you can do, but you can't kill yourself. You can't. There is a limit to which you can go. In a profession that demands more, in a profession that's workload, short staff, especially where I work, we are very, very short-staffed. Imagine me taking care of 20 men, just 2 female nurses on night duty, with 20 grown men. And you just have to, be on your A game if you want to go through that shift successfully. So, look for things, try to do things that can help you personally. Personally, what I did in my ward, because I know I have to be in this place at least 2 to 3 times a week, and most times overnight. I try to make the ward feel like home to me, to help me to think better sometimes. You get to the ward sometimes and everywhere is just scattered. When I was transferred to my new ward, I entered the nursing station and there were just a lot of pasting on the wall. Names of people that have gone, different type of things, plaster, everything on the wall. What did I do? I removed everything one night's duty because it was affecting me. Personally, I don't like when things are just scattered, disorganized. It makes me disorganized too. So what did I do? I removed all those papers from the wall. I wrote it in a neat sheet. The number of telephone number to EEG room. Kinikon, sorry for speaking Yoruba, but you will see different things, unnecessary things on the wall. That why are these things here? Things that they have written since 2011. Those ones, unnecessary information, I removed it. The ones that were necessary, I wrote it in a neat paper and I pasted it back on the wall. So instead of having a lot of yama on the wall, everything was now in a neat sheet. You need the phone number of doctor, this is here. You need the phone number of doctor. It's helping me. So when I see it there, when I enter the ward, I'm happy. And everywhere is neat, everywhere is organized. So in that way, my mental health is protected in a way. Another thing that I did was that I tried as much as possible. I'm still on the point of making your workplace feel like home, making it homely for you. I tried as much as possible I wrote some write-ups that I know can help me and other people, other nurses on the ward. I wrote it, I designed them, printed them out, and I pasted it on the wall. self-care begins to taking care of yourself, patient care begins to taking care of yourself. You are stronger than your mind. You are this. Mental health matters. Kiriko. I posted them on the wall. So when I enter the world and I see those things, it makes me happy because that's something that I do in my own room. In my room too, I have a lot of things on my wall. So when I enter the world, I feel safe. When I read those things, it helps me. It boosts what it boosts my morale to taking care of my patients. So that's just the point. That is making workplace feel safe, making workplace homely. Another thing you can do is to practice some, I spoke about deep breathing then, but we didn't practicalize it. There are some times that you just need to go inside the toilet and breathe before you come outside to continue your work. So the profession demands more. The profession demands you to give in all. When you have 80, it's asking for 100. When you have 20, it's asking for 50. So in a profession that demands more, these things that I've mentioned can help us to thrive. Thank you. God bless you.
Let me breathe my own now. Can we give a round of applause for our nurse? Thank you so much, ma'am.
We appreciate your contribution.
Yeah, I think we can ask maybe one or two questions from the audience.
Okay, we're
maybe
taking
just
questions from the
just
audience.
One or two.
Because of our time.
Our panelists are already exhausted. We care for their mental health too.
Yes.
All right, so we're just going to be taking one or two questions. Does anyone have a question you want to ask or you've written it down? Okay, I'm seeing someone's hand. One.
Okay.
I want to give an opportunity for one more person.
Any other person? Question?
No, raise your hand.
Contribution? No, some people may not have questions. They may want to add.
Okay, you want to add. Okay, if you want to add, but I'm just two. One person has decided to ask a question. Any other person? Let me see your hand.
Question, contribution.
A question or contribution? Question.
Okay.
All right, so I think we have our two people already. Can we give a round of applause to them?
So my question, how do you change your coping mechanism if it's enduring pain in silence and you don't feel comfortable sharing it with even a trusted person?
Wow. I said coping mechanisms.
These coping mechanisms, I go to use them. All right. Did you get the question?
So if your coping mechanism is
enduring in silence, and of course we've spoken about that, we should change that. And she said also if you are not comfortable sharing it, even if it's with a trusted person. So I think this person's problem is more with opening up to people. It's not even a matter of whoever the person is. Opening up is the person's issue. So how can they conquer it? I think the way she's nodding, she has the answer. Can we celebrate her?
Okay, so I have quite a number of things to say, and I would like to say that topics like this, I enjoy talking about things like this. First of all, I think she mentioned something and she made emphasis on positive coping mechanisms. So enduring pain in silence, first of all, is a negative coping mechanism. So let's even scratch that. Let's remove that from the way. And I'd like to say to you that, or to the person, if you're not the one, that I think you need to heal. Like you need to go on a journey of healing and mindfulness. It's possible that maybe in the past you've tried to share your thoughts or your pain or what you're going through with certain people and they did not handle that carefully or they did not handle that well. Right, I can see you nodding your head. So I want you to give other people a chance. So now I believe that you've learned a lot from that experience. So let's bring that into the present. Look around you. Who are the people that you talk to the most and you feel comfortable talking to or speaking with? These are the people that you know that when you tell them that this is what I am going through, they do not just prefer solutions, they also make you feel safe. I'll digress a little bit. Many times as healthcare providers, a lot of people see us as their safe spaces. Patients see us as their safe spaces. They tell us about their financial problems. They tell us about their health problems and the likes. But even healthcare providers do not have safe places. right? We feel like we can do everything, we can take everything upon ourselves and do everything that we want to do. We try to form ad guy, ad lady, and the likes. So you have to intentionally create safe spaces for yourself. It could be a family member, it could be a colleague at work, it could be a friend, your roommates. I think you should give that another try. Do not let the experience or the experiences that you've had kind of restrict your limits, how you change that part of your life. Or basically, I'm admonishing you to give it a try. Do it again, but do it with a better person and with a better perspective. Did I answer your question? Thank you.
Wow, thank you. That was insightful.
So can we give a round of applause for her?
Okay.
Hope she answered the question. That's
Very
why they are here.
Even the smile can tell. You can tell. Okay, so the next person here. Please, let's celebrate.
All right, so before we do that, our host said we should give a shout out to the technical unit. Yeah, I think they're doing a good job. The audio is very clear in the streaming, and so can we give them a shout out again? Woo! Thank you, technical team. All right, please, your question.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. I'm so sorry, please, my question, I want to be specified to Dr. Oyewusi. Yes,
All right.
Because Dr. Oyewusi is a leader here in Buth, and this question is particular to leadership. Particularly as leaders, how do we cope with our struggle? Because we're in a world that they expect leaders to be perfect. Leaders don't expect leaders to break down. They expect you to be up and doing. Maybe, for example, if maybe you're a leader in a fellowship, you have to take care of your members. You have to take care of your cabinet. You have to do this academically. You must not fail. How would they expect? How do we cope as leaders? Because as many times we don't really have, particularly to leaders, we don't really have much people around that we can actually speak with. So how do we cope with stress? And one more question is, as students, how do we balance a lot? Because we're in a world that tells us you can do more, you can be this, you can do that, and all of that. So how do we cope? How do we bring a balance? How do we avoid not making mistakes?
It's a valid question, and one of the first things that if you are a leader you must do is you must ask yourself, what I set out to do, am I doing it? And there are two ways that you must balance. One is goal orientation that aligns with the vision that you have for your leadership. And then the other is people orientation. What it means is that you must have a good balance between achieving your goals in leadership and leading the people well or taking care of the people. Now, there's a thin line between leading people well and seeking people's validation. And because, I'm sure many of us did economics, and one of the first things in the first chapters of most economics textbooks is that resources are limited. What it means is that you cannot please everybody. If you set out to please everybody, you set out to please nobody. You can please most people many times, but you cannot please everybody at all times. Sometimes because their requests are not valid, other times because the resources are limited. So the moment you understand that as a leadership, we want to do much more. But whether because of the scarcity of time, or scarcity of people, or scarcity of resources, we cannot do everything we want to do yet. But we can take it one step at a time. So that even if people are trying to score you, they can say, well, even though they have not done all of this, at least we know that they have done this part. That's one. Two is that I read a post a few days ago. Somebody said there are times or places that you are a leader, but other times or places you are a follower, other times or places you are a supporter, other times or places you are an observer. What it means is that you cannot carry your leadership energy from your place of primary assignment to every other place that you go to. That way you will stop learning. And then that way you will not have people who can be true to you. What it means is that if you are, for example, when I was in school, I was fellowship president. But I have friends that we play PlayStation together. And then I have friends that we are in discussion group together. And when we are in discussion group, it is no longer fellowship president. It is the topic we ask you to discuss. It's your turn to come and discuss it. What it means is that as you recognize people who are in your life because you are a leader and they just want you to deliver, you must also recognize people who are in your life because of mutual affection and compatibility. That they like you for who you are. They are willing to contribute into your life, and you are also willing to contribute into their life. They are the ones who can tell you the truth without judging you. They are the ones who can say, no, what you did is not right. I don't hate you, I'm not fighting you, but what you did is still not right. If you don't have those kind of people in your life, then you will carry burdens that are not yours. Even in leadership, there are times that some people can notice that you're under so much pressure. Somebody was asking earlier that if you don't want to talk to people, what do? You must learn to talk to people. But there are people that you don't even need to talk to. There's a gaze that they see on your face and they know that something is wrong. In fact, there are times people notice something is wrong with you when you yourself have not even calmed down on what you think is wrong. And then I once had a student. I said, you're not feeling well. He said, I'm feeling well. There's nothing wrong with me. I said, okay, no problem. I said, you that I'm looking at, you're not feeling well. He said, I'm feeling well. I'm fine. I said, okay. 2 days later, I saw her in GOPD. She came to see doctor. I said, hey, you have now discovered what is ongoing. So there are people in your life who can sense. And all of us need those kind of people. But you cannot have those kind of people except you recognize relationships and associations not just as a tool to get, but as a tool to give and to get. Meaning that as you are giving, you are getting. What it means, my best man, I was also his best man. He got married before me. When we're in school, right, he could come to my house in a month. He could come to my house 8 or 10 times in a month. If I go to his house, maybe it's once in 3 months or once in 2 months. But we had equitable contribution to the relationship. But if he comes to my house, I have to make him comfortable. I have to get food available. I have to do, because by virtue of the kind of responsibilities that we took, it was easier for him to come to my house. Not because I don't want to go to his house. And he realized it, and he never really took offense that how come I'm the only one. The moment somebody is saying how come I'm the only one, it means that the contribution to that association is no longer equitable, and you must do something about it. So sometimes, some people will give more time. Some people will give more gifts. Some people will probably give more money. Some people will give more idea than the other person. But everybody must have something that they are giving appreciably. You need those kind of people in your life. And then, of course, you also need people who are way ahead of you that you can sit down to talk to. That's how you will survive that. And the fact that you're in leadership does not mean that people do not recognize that you are human. You are the only one thinking that, it will mean that I'm in leadership. People know that you are a human being now. In fact, it's so interesting that people who have been in leadership position before, the moment you are now the leader, they will not look at themselves as if I've been in leadership before. They will say, you are our Oga. Oh yeah. What will you have us to? So you must recognize that you are human. You need people in your life. You need quality people in your life. And you must be selective about having quality people in your life. And the best way to have quality people in your life is that the moment you are meeting somebody, the first question you must be asking yourself is, what can I contribute into this person's life? That's how you draw and keep quality people. Most people that are, if you are in position of authority, most people that are calling you, sometimes I look at my phone, I say, all the people that have called me today, there's really none of them that has anything to do for me. They just want me to do something for them. And if you go through life like that, the only set of people you are calling are the people who want something from you. After a while, they will drain you of all of all energy. So I don't know if I'm answering your question, but I've been there and I understand. But one of the things I have in my life is I have quality people in my life. I can tell you that for free. I mean, I have friends that we probably have not seen in 4 or 5 years. And if I need something, I say, I need to get this thing done. Can you get me this? They wire it without thinking. And we have not seen in 5 years or 7 years. But all the people in my life, I don't forget them. When they give birth, when they are traveling, when they are writing exam, when their children are going to school, when they have birthdays, I don't forget them. I reach out to them. I call them. I send them messages. When I see them, there's a way that, sometimes people post statuses and it's showing what they are going through. Sometimes it's not what they are going through, it's what other people are going through. But there are some people, when they post certain things, I know it's because something is ongoing. And when I reach out, I'm not even talking about their status. I just reach out and we just interact and then they go. Sometimes they are in your mind and you say a word of prayer for them. That's how you have good and quality people in your life. And all of us need it. All of us will not be strong at all times. That's why the Bible says that 2 are better than 1, for they will reap a good reward for their labor. If one falls, the other will pull him up. And he now says that woe to him who falls alone and there's nobody to pull him up. So that's how you must realize it. The other one is that you must also build structures for your own personal development. I've been in school, and there are times that even people in church leadership have failed the exams and all of that. But sometimes it's not because it is not their participation in politics or their participation in fellowship that is making them fail the exam. It is that they do not have a structure, or that they do not know how exams are tested, or that they do not have quality people in their life who can be of good support. I have a colleague of friends in school that if there is an handout, a material, something that comes out, if I'm not there, that thing must get to me even if I was not there. And there are some of them that thing must get to them in the middle of the night. We had, I'm sorry, I hope I'm not taking your time. We had one exam, I think it must have been pharmacology, block 1. We were about 166 in class. Only 3 people got above 50. And they released the result. I got 44. Only 3 people got above 50 when we did that exam. So when we were going to do block 2 or second semester, boys went to war. Say what happened the last time must not happen again. So we're reading all manner of text. And as people were reading text, somebody just came up with one book. He said, I think that this man picked the last exam from the MCQs at the back of this book. And then we looked at it. Lo and behold, that's where I got it from. That day, we made copies. There were people who had gone home. I took it to their house. My friends told me, and Feyi and Dolapo said, take. By the time we were writing the second, we were getting 68, 66. It was all going up. But it was because of association. Because some people did not see that thing. I hope you know. Some people did not see it and they failed again. So structure of people, structure of systems, those are the things that you need. And sometimes you need to read or watch some videos that show how people have gone through all of those processes. And you must also recognize what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. Some people are long-term readers. What it means is that if you're a long-term reader and you don't have time to read, you know that you know those things, but it's not ingrained in your mind. I'm sure you saw that MCQ kit that somebody made. He said, which of the following, and then the first one was osteomyelitis, second one osteomalacia, osteoporosis. And the guy was like, osteo. See, I know it too. And then he went to the next question, pneumonia, pneumoconiosis. He said, and I know it's one pneumo. It's because he has some knowledge. He didn't have the depth of understanding. And I had a friend that, he says, I've not read. What she was saying is that I've not read it 4 times. Me, if I say I've not read, what I'm saying is I've not seen it at all. So when we say I've not read, we were not saying the same thing. So that kind of person needed more time to read. I, for example, don't joke with 24 hours before exam. Personally. 24 hours before exam. Miracles happen. There are things I know in 24 hours. I'll be asking myself, wait, how did I get to know this thing before the exam? It's not like I've not been reading. But I have friends that 24 hours before exam, they have stopped reading. That's the end. They say, I don't want pressure. In fact, if you talk around, they say, don't say anything. I've arranged it in my head. Just leave me alone. So you must also know what your strength is and what your weakness is. Because sometimes what you are saying people feel is that the system they are being examined under is not what they are used to, or it's not what aligns with their personality the more. That's why people leave the country. And the same person that was getting 40 here is getting 96. The same person that they said had receipt has gone to nursing school in UK or Canada and is 94 and is distinction student. And they are saying, there's nothing that changed now. It's just that the way things are being tested aligned much more with the person's personality. I don't know if I answered your question. Thank you.
Can we celebrate Dr. Yewusi?
For that.
That was a good one.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. So we've come to the end of our panel session. I know I didn't want to.
Someone has one more question.
Okay, somebody has one more question. Okay,
All
one
right,
more question.
So you can stand. Okay, let me give her the mic. So this is the last question, please.
So concerning like sharing the problem to people, I wanted to ask, what if after sharing the problem, then you end up discovering that the shared problem was like other people begin to know about the problem? What do you do in that kind of scenario? Since it's supposed to be a secret between you and the person you shared it to, but you end up discovering that other people knew about it.
Okay. Dr. Yewusi wants to scatter that question. So let me breathe first.
See, let me tell you something. You bought a 17 Pro Max. And your 17 Pro Max is not charging. And then you've taken it to a place. They say we can't fix it here. They now take you to a place where they can fix it. They have told you the price. They have told you it will be fixed. You have two options. One is, do I want my phone fixed? Or will I be ashamed that people know that my new phone is not charging? Now, we are not saying that it is okay for somebody to know about your challenge and share it with other people. No, that's not okay. The real question is that sharing, was there solution? That should be priority. Am I saved? I was sinking in water. Somebody rescued me. The first thing is that, have you been rescued? If you have been rescued, they now say, I hope you know that Tolani went to the swimming pool and she almost drowned. It's okay. It's somebody that is alive that can tell the story of, I almost drowned. The people that are dead can never have the story of, I almost drowned, because they actually drowned. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. But we must not be selective about the people that we share our life to. It's like when people are married and they say, if you are married, don't ever share whatever is going in your marriage with anybody. It's not true. What they are saying is that don't share what is going on with senseless people whose aim is to destroy your marriage. There are times that you need to share what you are going to with people who can reinforce that marriage and make it stronger. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes it's because of our background. If we grew up in environments where people are not encouraged to say what is in their mind, they say to children, my friend, keep quiet there. A child wants to say, mommy, my friend, keep quiet. Don't you know people are around? Don't you know you want people to be saying that about you? Do you understand what I'm saying? And that can worsen our situation. It can put people in depression. It's called repression. You have things in your mind you wish to say, but you don't trust anybody to be able to say. See, whatever information that is going out of you, you must assume the information has gone out. It will pain you if you hear it, but you must first assume. What that does to you is that even if you hear it outside, you know that you can't trust that person another time, because you know that there's no other way someone else would have heard about it except through this person. But you see, the real challenge is that you are already rescued. You are saved. You have been directed to the appropriate place. And then sometimes what you don't want people to hear about, sometimes people hear about it and they salute you. They say, so this is what this person was going through, and was smiling with all of us as if he doesn't have life problem. and he has this kind of challenge and he survived it, they actually salute you. In fact, sometimes it becomes a point of reference to say that, I know somebody who was going through this and they survived it. So it's one of the loops to keep you bound and not be free to say, what if somebody hears? Assume that somebody will hear. But if you now hear, you know that that kind of person is not somebody that you can do what? That you can trust the next time. But the question you must ask yourself is, did I get help when I shared? There are two ways you get help from sharing. Sometimes it's not that the person is helping you. Sometimes the mere fact that you shared actually brings clarity to situation. There are not so many guys here, but you know that if a lady says, there are times they say, I just want to rant. Have you heard that kind of thing before? Most guys assume that if a lady is ranting, she wants help. Or sometimes she doesn't want help. She just wants to be able to say everything. She knows what to do. So if you're a smart guy, all you need to do is you say, hey, yeah, hey, and then you say, so what do you do now? What do you think? Not, you should have just gone to meet so and so. You are hurting that person the more. You say, you should, but you should have, you just stay, listen, and then be asking questions. Before you are done, the person will come up with solution herself. We'll even write it down and say, they will even be surprised that they have solution. But sometimes they need that thing as some sort of energy to build up what will bring that solution. So sometimes that's what sharing does. It's not that the person is the one solving it. It is that as you have shared it, you also have some sort of clarity, which is beneficial to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? You even be surprised at what AI models can show you. Say, I have 17 jobs to do. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know how to. You put it there, you say, well, I suggest that you first and foremost reach out to write down this, and you'll be surprised that, so I can have these kind of solutions. So you cannot say that there's nobody in the world that is trustworthy. That's the devil's deceit. You cannot say so. There will be somebody. It might be immediate family. One of the ways God takes care of people is that He places the solitaries in families. That's one of the ways God takes care of people. If it's your family of orientation, good. If your family orientation cannot handle it, He will put you in the company of certain people, and your life will change. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you must balance it and ask yourself, am I getting help? If you are getting help, it's okay. And the help is in two ways. One is as you are sharing, you are seeing clarity. Two is that somebody was owing a large sum of money, and he wanted to sell his house. He now shared with his friend. That one said, are you okay? Why we share house? Go to the bank. Don't tell them that you don't have their money yet. But this is the amount that you have that you can be paying every month. Will they take it? I say, why? He said, go and tell them like that. And the man went to tell them in the bank. The man said, what you want to be paying is too small. Can you increase it? Okay, I will increase it. He would have sold his house. Now that kind of person is now saying, I shared with you, Staragbaja is now telling people that I was owing money. Somebody that would have sold the house that was rescued. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's one of the ways. I know for many young ladies, the way it happens is maybe usually around relationships or something. Maybe you have a friend and you like a guy. You now told her that I like this guy. And then go and hear it outside. Say, which kind of nonsense is this? But the truth is that if you like the guy, you hear it outside. Is the guy likes you. You'll be surprised that the relationship has started and is going well. Rather than holding on that, how did they hear? There's nothing like how did they hear when goal is being achieved. But it will only tell you that this person is not somebody that you can trust towards the next time. And sometimes you have even blamed people that they took your matter out. And in retrospect, you are thanking God that they did it. See, if not because of that loud mouth now. Now they know. But they know and they have helped you. So you must look at it in two ways. I hope I answered it.
Wow, I think that was a very beautiful perspective.
Very beautiful.
There's something my pastor always says, that the best of a man is always a man. The best of a man will always be a man. You have a question?
Thank you, sir.
You have a question? A contribution? Okay, contribution.
1 minute. 1 minute to do that.
Hope your question was answered. Okay. So.
Thank you very much. So one thing I just want to add to it is the type of friends you have around you also matters. Not just everyone you smile with are the people you will trust. So around when I was in 300 level, Olamide here made me understand the fact that some people are to be called acquaintance, some are to be called friends. And also some friends I've also worked with to tell you, this person is my coursemate and not my friend. Not everybody in your class is your friend. Not all your roommates from 100 level should be your friends. Some are just to be there for a short while, some are to be there for a long while. So that is how you know, not just everybody you smile with, oh, this person is my friend. Who is this? This is your friend. So you have to be careful of the set of people you call your friend. Then among that friend, you look for the one you see that has sense up there and you can actually now talk to. Thank you very much.
Just that one. Thank you so much for that.
That one was serious.
Please, I encourage everyone here, be the friend that has sense. Don't go outside looking for...
Clock it now, clock it.
Don't look for Mr. Right.
Be the sensible friend.
Let's be, and what you are will attract others.
Yeah.
Thank you, every single one of you. Can we celebrate,
our panelists?
Media, please, can we have a picture with them before?
Yeah.
Media, please.
And if you have relationship issue for
Please,
mental
can we get
health,
a picture
you
with
can
them
see us after.
Our panelists, please rise up in the fullness of your glory.
Relationship
Thank you
issue.
so much for being here. Relationship what?
Who should you see? Relationship issues. Sir, they are saying who should they see for relationship issues?
Okay,
Call your mommy. I'm coming.
Please, let's with a round of applause.
As they go back to their seats, can we celebrate them? Thank you, sirs.
This was so insightful.
Thank you, Mar.
What I particularly enjoyed, listening to nurses, students, doctor. It was just an all-inclusive experience. How many of us agree? Please, let's celebrate them one more time. It was good.
What a conference. Yeah, it was very beautiful.
Okay, so we believe that every conversation,
Technical. When we needed music, he did not give us.
It's for our mental well-being.
Technical.
So let's do our catchphrase. Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough.
Because only no I'm hearing. No.
Let's do it again.
Okay, we can leave it as no, Abby. We should leave it as no. But we have to shout. Okay, we should not leave it as no. All right, let's say it again. Let's take that again.
Okay, Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough. Please celebrate yourselves. Thank you so much. So we believe that every meaningful conversation should lead to action. And in light of that, let's welcome on the stage Dr. Fing Foluwa for the recommendations based off of what we've spoken about.
To the Buth community.
He's popularly known as F-Jazz. Please celebrate him.
So, he's going to be giving us recommendations. Also, okay, maybe I will announce that after. If you've not followed Lighted Minds Initiative, please ensure you do so now.
On Instagram.
Lighted Minds Initiative. So everybody bring out your phones. Bring out your phone. We're going to do it now. We're not going to do it later. Oh yeah, bring out your phone. Bring out your phones. We are going to follow Lighted Minds Initiative now. And like all their posts. And if you can comment, comment. So I'm giving us 2-3 minutes to do that. Lighted Minds Initiative on Instagram. Ensure to like their posts. Ensure to comment. All right, so the recommendations will be going on as that is being taken.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Technical, please. Reduce a little.
Thank you so much for the music. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm sure we are enjoying our time here. Okay, so I'll be taking the recommendations from on behalf of the Light Mind Initiative to the Buth community.
I think at this point,
thank God we have the Deputy CMAC here, the person of Dr. Oyewusi, who has been very instrumental in this program. So the first one we have is to establish a functional counseling unit with qualified counselors that are easily accessible to both staff and students, ensuring confidentiality. And I'm sure that one thing everyone will always like, please can we hear me? One thing everyone will always like is, like the person that's the last question said, that no one wants, I mean, if you have issues or something, nobody wants to, like, if you tell someone, you don't want everybody to know about it, right? So that our first recommendation is for us to have a counseling unit with qualified counselors that will be very accessible to both the staffs and also the students, and also ensuring confidentiality. The second one we have is to engage a clinical psychologist who can provide regular consultations, psychological assessment, therapy services with clear referral pathway for those who require specialized care. Then the third one we have here is to organize quarterly mental wellness programs focusing on stress management, burnout prevention, work-life balance, resilience, and self-care for staff and students. I really just want to speak a little about this. How many of us here are students, or maybe you're a student or staff, have never experienced burnout before? If you know you have never experienced burnout before, I'm seeing someone, there's no how. Majority of us, even me, all of us have actually experienced burnout. And it's very important that we have the work-life balance and also burnout prevention. Sincerely, there are ways we can really balance things out as a student. And I think one thing that I will just share is we understand that whenever we are preparing for exams, I mean, those periods are very, very stressful because you want to read 12 weeks work with under 3 days. One thing that can really help you is, I mean, prepare early. So those are the things that we will need to learn also. Then the fourth one is to create a self-reporting and support system where individuals can openly discuss emotional, academic, or workplace challenges without fear of stigma, judgment, or victimization. I think one of the biggest problems we have, why people don't really come out, is because they feel that they will be judged or they feel that they will be victimized. And I think if a good support system can be put into place, this will work. The fifth one we have here is provide regular training on emotional intelligence and mental health literacy for staff, students, and leaders to improve communication, empathy, conflict resolution, and early recognition of mental health concerns. Then the sixth one we are having here is introduce periodic mental health screening for staff and students as part of routine wellness initiatives with appropriate follow-up and referrals when needed. The seventh one we have here is to develop and enforce policies that promote well-being, including measures to address bullying, harassment, and excessive workload and workplace or academic stress. So these recommendations are actionable, sustainable, and can significantly improve the mental well-being of both staff and students within the Buth community. Lastly, before I go, I will just talk a little about the burnout that most of us experience. We know that, I mean, being a student or working, there are a lot of things that we go through and a whole lot of stress. So one thing I would like to say, one thing that can really save us from stress, I mean, not necessarily, is first of all, let's ensure that we have have a plan. Like if you are coming into, for example, now you are starting a new semester or a new program, you're preparing for an exam. One thing that can really help you is, okay, you should know what are you meant to read. And also, you should also read on time. One thing that will really help us is you must actually know yourself. One is that you must know yourself. And you must not compare yourself with someone else. I mean, there are people who don't need to stay long reading. For example, you have a friend that does not need to really stay long reading, and you know you need to read for long. You don't compare yourself with your friend. I mean, when people are watching movies, you are watching a movie without your same friend that needs 1 hour, and you need 2 hours. I mean, after some time, you will notice that you will have to give more time to read when your friend is sleeping and resting. So those are ways that can help us to actually reduce our stress and also help in burnout. Thank you so much.
Can we celebrate him and give him a round of applause? Don't worry, we're already rounding up.
Thank you for those recommendations. I hope we all noted that, so that when you are asked, oh, what did you gain? What solution are you providing from the conference that you went for? You know things to say, you know areas to point at, or direction to point people in. Okay, so.
How many of us have liked and followed our page? If you've liked and followed our page, let me see your hands. All right. The rest.
They are coming.
Please
Their mind matters.
Okay, your mind matters.
Okay, so there's a post on the page, on the Instagram page, for the flyer for the conference. Did you see it? All of you that liked and followed. So we want everyone to drop their comments on that post about what you've learned so far, how it has been for you so far. And who knows?
The best comment will be leaving with a prize. So ensure that you carefully craft your comment. Don't just put anything. It was great. Or love and fire. You put love and fire. It was amazing. It was fine. Glory to God. Don't do that one. No. All right. So we'll give us a few minutes to do that.
And while we're doing that, we want to ask questions. So we've taken questions, we've taken observations, all those things, comments, contribution. Now it's our turn to ask questions. And we need 3 volunteers. And these questions we'll be asking, they are not going to be easy.
Tough questions.
But you know that at the end of the tunnel, there is always what?
There is always...
At the end, there's light at the end of every tunnel. So the light can be a gift, can be a you don't know.
And we can bring the light to the front.
So we want to ask for volunteers to answer the questions.
So 3 volunteers. If you want to volunteer, let me see your hand.
Okay. Oh, wow. Please, let's celebrate.
Me, I personally want Olojo to be part of the volunteers.
Why put the man to shame? His mind matters now.
His mind matters.
Yes.
His mind matters. Your mind matters. But at least we should have a guy now.
We should have a guy, actually.
All right, sir.
Thank
so
you
can we celebrate
Let's
Dr. Yusi as he takes his exit
Very insightful man.
out of the
when
hall?
When you see him outside, say hi. I'm sure he will remember us. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, so there's no guy within us. I mean, girls, well, that's why. Tell your people.
Finn is coming. Finn.
To be a part of the giveaway.
All right, so where are the 3 people? Very quickly, we're just going to ask in a few questions. If you raise your hand, please come out.
Please, let's celebrate,
so can we celebrate them?
It's the last lap, and now we're about to know how has this conference really been for people. Okay. How do we do it now? So we first of all ask. Okay, so how many of you were here at the beginning of the event? Okay, so this question is for the person that was here at the beginning of the event.
Yup.
So, what date was LMI founded?
Oh my God.
And what is the mission? Who is the convener?
You must mention his name. He's watching live.
The convener
Okiki.
and the mission.
Okiki is watching live. Okiki, so you will know if they really know you.
He will know.
Well, just mention the name.
No, they don't. The full name.
Okay, the full name.
Huh?
Wait now.
No,
I'm not asking you. Were you here at the beginning?
You should have come early.
All right. So, who wants to go first? Ladies first,
The
Abby.
date,
Ladies
the
first.
convener, and the mission. They were mentioned at the beginning.
Even if you cannot remember everything, at least
And
say
if
one
you
of
don't
them.
know, you can call a friend. It's possible that their friend will know.
Wait first. She was not here at the beginning.
She was not, you can.
She was not here. She was not here at the beginning. So we're going to be asking you. Yeah. All right. So who wants to go first? What or when was LMI established?
Do you want to phone a friend? 50-50.
You know, you can just say something. You might be correct.
Just might.
I just know that I know that the first edition was aired last year, and I know the convener is a nurse, though I actually do not know his name.
Okay.
And I think the last question,
mission.
the mission is to make sure that medical practitioners are well in their minds also as they care for people. So that's my own words.
All right. You want to take a try? Okay, part of it.
Nurse Okiki.
Nurse Okiki. Okay.
Although he already mentioned that.
Actually, like, so it's comment on the Instagram.
Okay.
So,
All right. Anyone in the crowd wants to answer? You want to answer?
You know the three, and you know the
Yeah,
mission.
try.
Okay, it's possible.
October 15, 2025.
October what?
15.
Okay.
Then Nurse Adelani Okiki Jesu.
Okay.
Then the mission is promoting mental health and the overall well-being.
This one tough.
So who is the closest? I think we might have to give the closest.
Yes.
So who's the closest?
She's the closest.
She's the closest?
Yeah.
All right, can we give a round of applause
Give
for
a round of
her?
applause, sir. Okay.
So don't worry, we're going to give you a gift. You can go back. You're not win two gifts. Yeah. Thank you.
It's not to give.
No, you can't win two gifts. All right, who else wants to join them on stage? One person.
Okay.
Oh yeah, come. Who else?
Thank God we've already asked the one that she can know.
No, that person.
We've already asked the one she can know.
All right,
so
please come on.
Who?
She.
Wait, I thought Adeola was coming.
She's coming now. Let her come. Adeola. Where is she? You should not worry.
Okay.
Your brother will say to you.
Why do you have to expose
Oh, Kiki, they said you will say to her.
Normal.
All right. So we have 3 amazing ladies over here. And we're going to be asking you a few questions. Your prizes to be won. I think before that.
Fastest finger. Okay. Do you have it?
Yeah. We'll be calling out one more. Fastest. That's my money. Who uses glue?
This pocket is deep. Oh.
Do we have people that use glue? Okay.
Wow.
So I'm calling glue now. Glue. Glue is it everywhere you go? No. What's in the glue again?
Grandmasters of data.
Glue is unlimited.
Is it unlimited? I thought it's
Are you sure it's
Grandmasters of
unlimited?
Glow. Grandmasters.
What's
of data.
Airtel? It's only MTM I know. Everywhere you go.
What's Airtel? I didn't even hear.
Wow. All right. 72171 71069693554. That's all. Okay, you think who got it?
Wow.
She's just quiet. You would think she's quiet. She was just humble.
Made for this. Thank you. Please.
All right, congratulations.
Celebrate her.
All right, so we can ask the question.
So I want you to imagine yourselves as panelists. I hope we're all together. So I want you to imagine yourselves as panelists. You're going to pick one speaker and then summarize everything that they said. I said summarize because of time. Summarize every key point that you noted from there. We don't just want a generic answer. So you'll pick one speaker, and once one person picks one speaker, the other person cannot pick the same speaker. So who will go first? Can we do rock, paper, scissors, shoot for that? Just because I like the game.
Okay, let's do rock, paper, scissors, shoot. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, go, and then you do it. Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, she would go first. Please, let's celebrate her.
Okay, I'm going to be picking the keynote speaker. I think the summary of all she said, she gave us a lecture on survivor mode. She defined survivor mode, where it's just a state of where you are just existing and just enduring. And she also gave us what are the futures or the things you will notice in yourself when you're in survivor mode. And she mentioned being overwhelmed, being distancing yourself from people, you being irritable, and she explained them. Also, she also gave a lot of example about being in survival mode. Then she bring it to thriving. She explained what thriving is. Like, let me just say it in a simple word. You not looking like what you are going through. That means you are not letting your challenges to define how your life goes. And she also gave what are the characteristics of the things you will see in yourself when you are thriving. You have a good support system. You are in the best space mentally. And she went ahead to discuss mental resilience, that she said that mental resilience is like the bridge between survival mode and you thriving. So there's no how you will not have issues or there will not be challenges in life, but you able to balance both is mental resilience. And she also discussed how you can be mental resilient, things you can do, watching movies, journaling, talking to God, gratitude, and also, I think that was it. And she also, at the end, she talks about the fact that it's not just about surviving, it's about thriving. And when she was on the panel, she also mentioned most of the things that was in her note. She also talked about something about making your workspace feel safe and homey. Like, you don't have to just let it be a safe space for you, not just that you are just there and just trying to survive everything. And she used a lot of our own personal
5 more seconds.
So that we can relate to it and bring the lesson more home.
3, 2, 1, 0. Can we give a round of applause for her? I think she did a very good job.
You can take my phone. You can take everything I own.
Bring it now. You know, go collect.
My mind matters.
Your mind matters.
Please, let's celebrate her. That was really good. Okay.
Someone is already drinking Gary. You don't even know who gave us. Your mind matters.
Let me remind us that the CEO of Tifes Gary Mix is our very own nurse, Adeo.
Our keynote speaker. Can we give a round of applause for nurse Adeo?
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you for gracing us with Gary.
With Gary.
Gary. If you have your Gary, can you lift it up? Can you lift your Gary up? Gary's life. What happened to the Holy Ghost? Oh, I said I was going to be professional. I was not going to talk about the Holy Ghost. Do you know that my partner literally warned me? He said I should be professional.
Does that mean we'll not bring Christ into it? But which one is? I see 3 people here.
I'm actually seeing 3 people. Now, I'm seeing 3 people like this, but 3 people that will win the giveaway.
Clock it, everybody, clock it.
Amen.
Celebrate yourself.
Amen.
It's amen.
Sorry.
I think we've come to the end of this event, so
we can do what is in my mind, Abby.
No, don't do what's in your mind.
Where's
Their
F Jazz?
own mind matters.
Where's F Jazz? All right. Okay. So I think she did a good job. All right, next. Who did she choose?
No, they did rock, paper, scissors. She won, so you have to do yours again. Okay.
You go win now, Yanisula. I trust you.
Because this one, she asked who she wants to speak on. If she wins, she might speak on who she wants to.
We are now. Sharp now. You're doing
1, 2, 3, go. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Come on, get in Joe.
So I would be speaking on the students. That's right.
Sharp.
So something that really stood out for me when she talked during the panel section was about when we feel overwhelmed, we should eat and sleep.
That's the one you picked. Eat and sleep. But that's a good one. That's a good one. Continue.
So because mostly as a student, you feel overwhelmed, especially during exam period. So she advised that we eat and sleep first. Then after that, we should wake up, then do the next thing, make our plans for what to read, and also follow them. I also picked out something that we should always make plans. But plans is not something I'm really good with, but I'll try. So she said we should make plans and follow the plans. And when we are overwhelmed, we should take a deep breath before we continue.
All right, so a round of applause for her.
Thank you so much for
Eunice, is that what you said? You sure? I know about the eat and sleep.
No, she said she was.
Of course. Thank you so much.
So,
all right, let me call the last fastest finger before we go to the last person. So this is Glow. Also, Glow 722999731093267. I know somebody saying, "Omo, I don't drop my phone." Who got it? Should I call it again?
I'm sure nobody got it. Some people have written half. Oh. Then when you call it again, they will write the rest.
So let me call it from the back.
Exactly.
I'm calling it from the back.
See, I got them.
Technica, you are begging. Technica is begging. Say, Technica, don't leave our work. Technica.
He said fastest finger.
And we have shouted out already.
Justice for camera women.
Okay. All right, so 722-999-73109-3267. Ash. Who got it? Again?
Wow.
After you came down. Sorry. Share some to her now. And the girl is very quiet. She didn't even talk. She just the press.
Observant. Mental resilience. She was resilient. Let's celebrate her.
She was resilient.
Celebrate yourselves as well. Thank you so much.
All right, so our last person.
Our last panelist.
Dr. Yusi.
Okay.
I mean, you said too many things.
Right. I would start from the spoken word artist.
Wow. That's amazing, really.
Even the music was kind of somehow high, but when she started, it was as if she was speaking directly to me. So I listened carefully, and some of the things she said that I grabbed was that you tried picking yourself up, and you feel like, oh, it's not like you are improving, it's not like you're moving, but it's not like you are just existing, it's not like you are surviving. You trying to pull yourself up shows that you are thriving, shows that you are trying, shows that you are going somewhere. And Nurse Adosha said something about crying, that's an effect of balancing your and a method of mental resilience. Yes, she said when you cry, I mean, you feel like you are pouring everything down at that moment, and afterwards you feel light. Yes, I actually have done that before, and I stopped it. But now that she mentioned it, I picked a point from it that you pouring yourself out to God makes you feel light, makes you know the next thing to do, makes you see the next thing. It's not like you're crying and you're leaving it there. You did what you have to do, you clean your face, and you strategize for the next thing. And Daddy, Dr. Oyenisi,
okay,
yeah, he said something about discipline as a leader. Even as a student, you have to keep your ground. You have to be disciplined. Don't just carry your leadership ability everywhere. There are some places that you learn. There are some places that you have to volunteer. There are some places that you have to support. It's not all about your leadership instinct alone, but you have to learn to be a follower also. So these are the things that...
Can we give a round of applause for her?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And, okay, I think I should go on.
Yes.
Oh. All right. So now we've come to the end of this particular phase, and we'll be giving out the prizes. Of course, everyone that has come out, since they were resilient, we're going to give each and every one of them a gift. You're going to leave here with a gift. And I remember the host of this program had to call us. He said, gift. The gift.
Must earn it.
They must earn it. He said, we spent money. I think the gifts are kind of expensive, right? You know, they got books from Commanding Liberty, a few journals, you know, and some other stuff. And they worth some money. I mean, above 5,000. That's how much they worth. So please don't carry this book and not go and read it. Say you are hearing me. You're in solar.
Maybe in the next conference, we'll ask them, what do you like
Yes,
from the book?
that's what we'll do.
Our money must be maximum.
Please come and snap them. Capture their faces.
Okay.
All right. So
we'll be presenting High Road Leadership by John C. Maxwell to you.
can we celebrate that? You like John C. Maxwell?
Yeah.
You like him? This guy is so amazed. Thank you. I'm after you. If you read finish, I'll go read next.
So we'll be presenting how successful people think to your name.
You're in
Oh,
solar.
you're in Sola. Please, let's celebrate her.
So that means you'll be successful very soon.
Very successful. Though.
You know, say you know me now.
Please keep this for after the.
No, ma, she know me.
And we'll be presenting Fear Fighters, how to live with confidence in a world driven by fear.
Woo! Can we give a round of applause for her? Woo! As they go back to their seats.
Thank you very much. Well done.
You see what resilience can cause. Just come out. No matter what you say, you're going to get a gift.
No, not what you say.
Okay, no matter what you say.
No matter what.
But at least now,
But I mean,
you
you
talk
get
something.
the concept.
You get the idea.
Okay, so now we'll be checking the comments on the page. Have we commented?
Don't worry, we'll check the one that have commented.
Oh, they were
That's
all
the
learning.
winner.
Okay, so maybe at the end of the program, we'll check that.
Yeah.
And then
And we're going to give to the best comment. We'll choose the best comment.
the most thoughtful,
And we'll give the most thoughtful
emotionally
comment.
evoking comment.
And we're going to give a gift to that person. So please ensure that you don't just write one word.
It was great.
It was great. Or you now put crying emoji. And you didn't cry.
I really didn't cry. Okay, so Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0 is surviving enough.
Okay.
They always do this. Always. Please celebrate yourselves. Okay, right about now, we would be calling on our student speaker, Adeyemo Eunice, to give a brief talk about the Lighted Mind initiatives. Please, let's
So she'll be
welcome
doing that
her
in
on
the next
stage.
3 minutes. She'll be doing that in the next 3 minutes.
Okay. So good afternoon, everybody, once again. So I think majority of us know the beginning part, the year, the date, the Lighted Mind initiative came up. So I will not be boring you with that. So I'll just be going straight into what we are. And Lighted Minds Initiative is a mental health initiative and a non-governmental organization. And our main aim is to make sure that everybody around us, everybody that we can reach as much as we can reach, take care of their mental health and are actually thriving mentally. And that means that we as an association and an organization, we are very intentional about the mental health of people around us by carrying out webinars, conference, symposium, public education. And one of our conferences is this one that you're currently in now. And we also create awareness using social media. We have our Monday Lighted Monday post. And there we just post about, we send quotes and motivational statements to encourage people even as they go around their weeks and things they do in their day-to-day activity, to make them know that they are not alone in doing the things they do. And we'd love you to join us, partner with us, follow our social media page. We have a Twitter handle, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, yes. And if you have any other social media that you would like us to be there also, you can reach out to me. And if you need any more information about the initiative, you can actually reach out to me on Nurse Ade Oshun or on Nurse Oladapo. Thank you very much.
Please, let's celebrate her for that. Thank you so much. Now, we'll be talking about the brands that have sponsored this event. And I want you to pay careful attention. This is the last section of this event, and then we'll be going home. Who is ready to go home and go and be mentally resilient? Okay, so the first brand is Commanding Liberty. They are the ones that sponsored the books and the journals that we've given out. Please celebrate.
Can we give a round of applause for Commanding Liberty?
So about the brand, Commanding Liberty is a knowledge-driven, personal and community brand built on the conviction that a higher quality of life is possible through methodical reading, lived truth, and spiritual alignment.
The brand exists as a response to the gap between possessing knowledge and living a life that reflects it, helping individuals move from internal dissatisfaction and secret tears into clarity, maturity, and purpose.
Commanding Liberty operates through a ripple effect approach, transforming the individual first and then influencing families, teams, and communities by encouraging disciplined engagement with truth, value, and wisdom through reading and mentorship.
All right.
Please, let's celebrate the brand.
Commanding Liberty.
And then they encourage everyone to, employ the tool of employ mental resilience through journaling and reading. So you can reach out to them, whether you want to purchase books or journals, anything that basically...
Or you need a community of readers to keep you accountable. Yeah, you can...
You can reach out to them, meet any of the...
We're going to send the link out so that you can reach out to them.
Okay, we'll send the link out. So the second brand is Tifes Gary Mix.
We have the CEO present in our midst. Can we celebrate the CEO?
Okay.
Better know her now when she blow. I was there. I was there.
So Tifes Gary Mix is a classic combo of gari, sugar, granite, and milk. It is easy and convenient. Just add water. You can enjoy it at school, work, home, or on the go. On the go as you are going.
As you are walking like this now,
that's a coping mechanism. Okay, so you can place your order via 080-898-61458. I'll take it again, 080-898-61458. Or you can follow her on Instagram at Tifes Gary Mix.
All right. We also have Eve Redeemed Initiative, which is also a sponsor. Can we celebrate Eve Redeemed Initiative? So ERI is a Christian non-governmental organization founded in the year 2021. The initiative exists to restore, empower, educate, and equip girls, ladies, and women with spiritual truth, health awareness, and practical knowledge for purposeful living. By the grace of God, hundreds of lives have been impacted through secondary school outreaches, radio broadcasts, social media content, and book publications. Eve Redeemed Coaching Academy, an arm of the organization, is having a maiden cohort by the 8th of August. She's having a maiden cohort for young ladies between the ages of 13 to 23 years. And for more inquiries about the membership and activities, you can contact 081-6123-1496. So take that again, 081-6123-1496.
Please, let's celebrate all
Can we celebrate all our sponsors?
Thank you for making this event a success from
We are
wherever you're
grateful.
watching. Thank you.
It knows you. Jesus. I want to ask you a question. Well done, Abby. I think it's easier to preach.
Okay, say that in what to say. Let me.
I think it's easier to
break
preach
it down for you.
than to do
No,
this
it's
thing.
not. No, it's not. Okay, so we have come to the end of the event.
We are now on 42 followers. We're on 30 something before. If you have not followed, please go and follow the page. Lighted Minds Initiative.
And now we'll be taking the closing remarks and the vote of thanks by our very own convener, Nurse Adelani Okiki.
Are we ready with his Nurse Adelani Okiki? How is she?
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, numbers tell stories, and there is one. Did you know that 1 in every 6 young Nigerians live with a mental challenge? And I'm here to tell you that this conference has been a beacon of hope and resilience. And it is my great privilege to deliver the vote of thanks. I give thanks to God Almighty who has spared our lives to see this beautiful day and the conference. The Vice Chancellor, Bowen University, the Provost, the Director of Student Support Services, Heads of Departments, College of Health Sciences, the Chaplaincy and members of staff. The President, BBSF KCF, the newly inducted Dr. Dedeji Iyanoluwa, a new lifesaver in town, presidents and members of every association represented here. The Chief Medical Director, Bowen University Teaching Hospital, the Chief Medical Advisory Chairman, the Head of Nursing Services, and members of staff, Bowen University Teaching Hospital, the Provost, College of Nursing Sciences, and members of staff, our sponsors, family, friends, relatives, the core members, NACA Block, and colleagues. Thank you for giving and your sacrifices towards the conference. We are very grateful. Honestly, I really cannot overemphasize how much the sacrifices have done for this conference. Our partners, Bowen Baptist Students Fellowship, Commanding Liberty Books, Eve Redeemed Initiative, and Tifes Gary Mix, the Students' Companion. Thank you so much. We look forward to future partnerships. The organizing committee, Buth Mental Health Conference 2.0. The team lead, a big shout out to Nurse Oladapo. The deputy team lead, a big shout out to Dr. Amao, the great FJazz. The executive members and workforce of the Lighted Minds Initiative. Thank you so much for your work. Executives, BBSF, KCF, the hosts, moderator, speakers, honored guests, team heads, volunteers, and participants. Thank you so much for your hard work, dedication, and consistency. You all are special. Quickly, let me talk about how Nosoladapo disturbed me so much. I mean, thank you so much for holding things together, even in my absence. Thank you so much. I'm thanking you from the northern part of Nigeria. So just know that this thank you is not ordinary. With BUMHC 2.0, I'm sure we've been made to understand that surviving is not enough. I want you to know that surviving is not enough. And success can only be defined through resilience. And I'm sure our speakers, our hosts, and even our panelists, they've done justice to this. And it is on this note that I'm saying, anticipate Buth Mental Health Conference 3.0. We are counting on your support and your participation. Share the news on your social media platforms.
Everybody, thank you. Please, let's celebrate our convener. It's not bad to have so many
Convener just they thank everybody.
So
you not thank me. He thanked me. Nurse Adelani.
This is where I step back from.
I love you.
Okay.
All right.
So
I think we found our winner.
For the comment section.
For the comment session.
Everyone said beautiful things.
If you are the winner, just stand up. The other lady said, "Will you sit down?" Say, "I read your comment." It's not it. Is that what you are trying to say? I read your comment. It's not the one.
No,
all right. So if you know you are the winner, you stand up. Say, "Now you winner." Stand up with your full chest. No fear. You know, say you win now. Stand up with your full chest.
But if you're not the winner now, it's resilience. That
You will now sit down with
back.
resilience.
With resilience.
You will sit down with resilience.
Okay. So
You have sat down with resilience.
Okay, so our winner goes by the handle.
I'm reliving this thing now.
Our winner goes by the handle.
Drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls, drum rolls. Me! Abby? Okay, it's not me.
Not you.
I didn't even comment.
Far from it.
Ah.
Far from it. Okay, so our winner goes by the handle. I am a love ambassador.
Oh, go, girl, go.
And she actually stood up.
Yeah, she was
we've not
confident
said-
that
we've not
waiting
said-
and right.
We've not said come forward for the gift now. What's she coming for?
We just called you as a contender. We're joking.
Okay,
So can we
please,
celebrate her? Please, what's your name?
Olabisi.
Olabisi. No heart attack. Relax. Your mental health is our priority. It matters a lot.
Mine matters. So
Do you have anything to say to them?
Nothing. Oh, okay. I have something to say. That I came last year, and because of the experience of last year, I told myself that no matter what, I don't even care if I'm having an exam, I'll be here this year. It pains me that this is my last year being in this conference, so I will miss this conference.
And who knows, you could be invited as a speaker one day.
You know, I feel like crying because I was privileged to be the host of last year. Like,
So how is that emotional?
Asabi Nabi. Asabi.
I was privileged to be the audience last year.
Grace,
I'm also
brother.
emotional.
Grace is grace. All right, so we present you a journal.
Yeah. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
This has been such a safe space. Everybody is happy for each other. Everyone is smiling.
So let's just give ourselves 1 minute to hug ourselves. Say thank you for coming.
New.
Greet
Say hi to
yourselves.
somebody.
Don't kiss it.
Including you, Joy. Say hi to somebody.
No kissing, no kissing. Yes, just hug.
Our brother, say hi to somebody.
And say hi to someone that you've not met.
Before.
Thank you for coming for Mental Health Conference. See you at Buth Mental Health Conference 3.0.
And we remain your
And we remain your
humble host.
Okay, that was I was just say it. Let's say it again. Is that what I was supposed to say it?
Yes.
Let's say it now.
So see you at Buth Mental Health Conference 3.0.
And we remain your humble host.
The mediator and
the gift. See you guys.
Thank you very much. It was a great time.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves. Bye. What matters? Thank you so much.